If it's real,
You get tatted.
You get a fake chip, my friend.
I'll take one.
Serenity gets one.
If I took this out,
I am
this
genuinely
still...
considering though getting this as an actual tattoo because this looks awesome.
It does.
So
It does.
Cool. I'm gonna try to pin this so I'm not
and the ring
fiddling with
tattoo?
it.
What?
I
Ring
think I have
tattoo?
extra if you need
Ring
extra
tattoo.
Oh,
too.
and the ring tattoo.
You haven't seen it yet because there's actually a physical ring over it, but I haven't. If we ever get to talking about it, I'll be able to.
Okay.
Where did you go to get these tattoos? where in the city do they have tattoo artists?
Oh no!
Is that gonna stay?
How much disease did you get after getting those tattoos?
Sticking?
A little bit.
Tattoo.
Well,
Well,
at
there's no
least
tattoo
once.
quite so fine as the self-administered tattoo.
Yeah.
So that would be.
Oh boy, I'm sure.
Those eyes. Though.
Speaking of rings,
Yeah, it's
Oh,
great,
yeah, I
isn't
know.
it?
Them eyes.
Yeah,
Where is
you
it?
sent a picture like a month back.
Fell
Yeah.
off somewhere.
Yeah.
It's different in
lost a little
person
bit
for
of weight.
sure, and with the whole
Slipping off.
ensemble, I couldn't stop looking
Yeah.
for a minute. I
Hello,
was like,
everybody.
wow.
Me in my
Welcome
room
the
on
stream and
Sundays
in
is
the
just
chat.
like,
Yeah, like I
Who
look
am
so
I?
different. What?
I love walking out of my apartment and to my car on Sunday mornings because I'm like,
Hello, Jeff. Hello,
What do my
Kurt.
neighbors think?
Hello,
Yeah.
Patrick.
most
Hello,
of the time it's
Manda.
who's that person, not like that's my neighbor Cameron. I'm like, I forgot my
Most
phone.
of the time.
Thank you for the sub, Dixie Doodle Doug.
Right there.
Doug?
Bug.
Dixie Doodle Dog.
Mixed pronunciation.
Oh boy.
My mic in.
I finally actually have my character sheet this time, and I removed the gold that I spent last time.
Very nice.
Because I wrote it down to make
And
sure that I did.
you see the message I sent you, Thomas?
I did.
Okay.
Actually, just
Are you in trouble?
Are you in trouble?
No, I just know things.
Are you in trouble, Thomas? Thomas, you
like
legally have to
knowing
tell us
things.
if you're in trouble.
Unless it's good things that help us that aren't secrets.
What do you mean?
Let's see. So while I'm thinking
I'm
about it,
watching.
Secrets.
Is
Friends.
it session 14?
Secrets don't make
Because
friends.
I have session 12, and then this was
So
session...
you can mark
Wait,
your
no, that was session 13,
calendars.
because I wasn't there.
This is
And was
15.
session 14.
Today
This
is
15.
Lex
Oh my
Lick the
gosh.
30th, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow is
yeah, and it's the
Nocturne
evening of
1st.
Lex like the 30th. You're in
Session
the Salty
15,
Dog.
you guys.
So it'll be the 1st of Nocturne tomorrow. Just double
Wow,
checking.
so grown up.
Which session are we on
Let's
now?
go.
15.
15. I need to mark that now in our thing so I don't lose track of it.
Okay. Okily dokily, folks. This is so exciting.
Oakley Dokley Focally.
Okily dokily, folkily. I hate that.
It's bad. It's bad. Doesn't roll very
I
well.
tried it once and never again.
It's good to have a try.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Whole 15 sessions with these
I love it
cougars.
so much.
Aren't you right, Dr.
It's really good.
Isn't it good?
Pap, 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 pap.
Just
I love that was what you,
the
you decided to
initial
do.
Yeah.
first run of it. It's very good.
In that moment, I realized too, I was like, man, the only people Dolly has been around have been made out of wood.
Yeah.
And so it makes a lot of sense. So she's just like, bap. She's like, they're.
With some
Doppler,
gentler
good to see you,
folk
sir.
at one
Yeah,
point,
but they were
Sharp it is.
the majority of the people. Let me touch.
It's so sharp.
Oh, are these the new dice?
Get,
They're
kill
gorgeous.
a man with that.
Yeah! You just perform a Daisy Bell.
Yeah, do it, Daisy. The D4 is...
Everybody's
a literal
mics look
calc.
good. How's the volume
Yeah,
sounding, all
I
of you
will
out
not
in
drop
Twitch
it.
land?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no joke.
She's sharp. I love it. I'm very excited.
All right, outstanding. So real quick here for you guys, if you want to mark your calendar for June 23rd. That's
3 days after my
Sunday,
birthday.
We will not be gaming.
Great.
That's Sunday the 23rd.
That's June 23rd is a Friday.
Friday. So 25th?
It's good to know that we won't be playing on Friday.
That is the only Sunday.
11 through the...
Look at the
There
date.
had to have been another one in between. We leave the 11th.
I know. Wait.
We leave the 11th.
I think you're thinking of the 18th.
Oh, you're right. I skipped right over that one.
Fair.
Wait, what? No, I'm looking at May. That's
Yeah.
what's good. No, I'm looking at July. I got my calendar all messed up here. Hang on.
The J months are hard.
Oh, okay, don't mock me, Cameron.
No, I'm being serious.
J months are hard.
I do always get May and March mixed up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the 18th, and we're back. We're fine for the 25th.
Okay.
So it's the
Great.
18th
The 18th.
is the only one that we're gonna miss.
Okay.
Deleted.
Yeah, get out of here.
That is also
Cancel.
Father's Day.
Oh.
there you go.
Well, I guess
There might
that's
be
what you want
some-
to do
That'll
for
work.
Father's Day.
Yes.
Is not play D&D.
Hello, Sergeant Tobeck. Thank you for the sub, my friend. Let's go. The cosplay for these players looks amazing.
So exciting.
All right, let's go ahead and let's click over where we can be seen and heard.
I spent too much time dilly-dallying with my dice.
You dallier.
I'm
You
a
dilly and dally.
How would you ever?
And welcome.
Oh, hi.
Blue Box here. Good to see everybody. Thanks for being with us today
blink.
on this gorgeous, frigid Sunday.
Yeah, goodness.
Here in March, we have gone backwards to winter again. Perhaps the winter dark is returning here in Aihrde.
Please no.
Welcome to Tears of Aihrde. This is session 15, but if you're a new follower, fear not. It's really only session 4 for the adult members of this cast, and it's really only session 14 because she keeps adding one that she shouldn't add.
I should, because we had a session 0 and that counts as session 1 for me.
So isn't it that interesting?
Deception.
Like these new players, they will just openly defy their dungeon master. We're living in a different day.
It's fine.
Or she could be dying in a different day. It just depends on what kind of DM I decide to be. No, I'm teasing. All right, you guys.
calendar stays the same.
Yes, exactly. All right, so we're gonna have a good time today. We'll go through what happened last time, and we'll jump right
Huzzah.
into the game here. Make sure all the cameras are well placed. They
Hey,
are.
Amanda says it counts, and I trust her.
Well,
Thank you, Manda.
Amanda's taking this "she who shall be must be obeyed" thing way too seriously.
What, I
She wasn't
mean,
even supposed to be here today.
I know, Amanda. What are you doing? You're supposed to be gone. You're not supposed to be here. This
Go away.
I want you to be here.
Go home.
Love it.
No, this is the second time. Like it just,
home.
I think this is her way of just trying to stress me out by telling me that she's going to be gone.
And then,
And then
showing up
showing up.
anyways.
We did something very exciting on Friday. We did an audio video check with Manda. I got to see her on. I've never seen her on video before. She's been on my Zoom calls, but it's only audio. I've seen her hands when she paints. But the lovely Manda made an appearance with her blue box hair on video. All the AV stuff worked really well. She got it all rolling because she's going to be on Wednesday night for our very special Lore Masters Arcanum, which these two ladies will be on as well.
gonna be so
But
fun.
of course, the elephant in the room is the cosplay. Absolutely fantastic.
can I say?
And I'm going to grab my battle cam.
The
You're gonna
little
shove a cam in our face?
I don't like this one.
I can't see.
Now, last time I did this,
I become
it
afraid.
freezes. Well, I'll wait a moment for this because I want to let a few more people get in.
I have become
Let's
afraid.
just talk about a couple things that we have upcoming. So first of all, if you haven't seen it, here is our brand new video, courtesy of Rory.
Sick.
Sorry, you guys can't see this when it's on my other screen.
It's fine. We'll just cry about it.
Just wear them.
I want to see it. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look that. I don't know. For the close-up, I'll take off.
Yeah,
the
it's fun. I just keep mine like little opera glasses to the
Yeah,
side
it's
when
like
I
the-
need them.
Imagine needing glass.
Hello, Tracy. Hello.
Whoa.
Good to see you, Robert, my friend.
Ooh, whatever.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Guy, that hair gives you power,
Oh, it
doesn't
says
it?
it's Duke.
Robert, are you in full swing prep for Gary Con, my friend?
Yes, he is. He was telling me about it the other day.
Sick. Wow.
That's you.
More like
Hey, I
panic
know
swing
that guy.
You're a
prep.
couple seconds behind me.
I know that feeling. Robert, everybody knows you produce your best work under pressure. That's how it goes in life. All right, and then it's hard to believe we are just 2 months away this weekend. Blue Box Con
It's
coming.
happening.
And in fact, we're going to have something today which will be relevant to Blue Box Con.
Oh my.
So you'll see that a little bit today in stream.
Scary. What does it mean?
We shall see.
A legendary blue box mug.
What's that? Oh, yes, yeah, I'll show them on camera as well.
Rare. A rare,
Rare.
find.
Legendary.
Yes.
Much coffee has been spilled on the ground through a blue box.
This is a brand new one, though. These are the new ones off the merch. Black. You've never seen black before, Thomas. Don't act like you've seen this before.
never seen
tried
this
to
Blue
play
box
it off.
mugs in general have spilled much coffee on the floor of this room.
You can't just walk in here and pretend like you've seen
It's
all
funny
these
the
mugs
video
before.
they used for
Exactly,
the thing
thank
is
you.
when Daisy Bell was first
Created?
created.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It was your
Tender.
one shot.
Just 2 months
The first
away.
Daisy Bell.
Blue
first
Box
day.
Con. It's going
Not
to
the
be
same.
amazing.
Yes, angry Daisy
We're going to
Bell.
have fun. We're going to have food.
It was
We're going to have great times. We got a
trying
brand new
out.
pin. Bring your Blue Box
That's why
pins.
she's only level 1.
We have games galore.
Because she was a barbarian before.
We have
Right.
dice of lying.
She had a skill set.
We have mini paintings.
That I didn't
Changed.
feel would work.
Yeah.
We'll have brand new videos that we'll be able to cut and show next year. We have streamed games. We have unstreamed games. We have a game everybody plays. We have a Dungeons and Dragons version of, oh, it's escaping me.
Model UN.
Thank you, the Model UN.
Forgot about that.
That's
be
gonna
a
be
blast.
so great.
Chandler is going to do a
crazy.
fantastic job with it.
Oh,
All
he's
right.
better.
It. Of course it's going to be great. Incredible.
No pressure though.
Okay, so we're going to show cosplay, but
better,
also,
Chandler.
if you haven't noticed it yet on stream, I have here
all.
the first delivery. I know John
Wow.
Fuller has one as well. These are the new 15 ounce, so you can do the 11 or the 15 ounce. This is
a
a
big
bigger
boy.
one.
Now that's a big cup of
It's a
coffee.
nice big mug. You've got the Blue Box logo on glossy black. It's on both sides. This one has already been run through the dishwasher just to test and make sure everything was good. These are gorgeous. And they, like other things, are in our merch store, including now we have all the stuff you saw last week, but now we have tanks for men and tanks for ladies. We have an apron that's embroidered in there, and we have a tote bag. We can do tan or black tote bags that are all in the merch store. And as always,
I know, I
all
need to get
profits, all proceeds go to St.
love your
Jude
tote bag.
Children's Hospital as part of our support of that great charity.
It's like, oh, it's
Okay, so you can see it pretty well on the camera already, but the eyes. Let's start over there.
The
We
eyes.
have to see the eyes.
These
So
eyes see all.
this is Rachel playing Mila, and look at the golden eyes. That's
Oh my
crazy. Because she is, of course, part Azimir. Here we have Daisy Bell.
How did that happen?
The
With
hair.
the gorgeous Daisy Bell hair and the threatening flower
Pin.
weapons on her shirt and the pins in her hair. Here we have Click. And Click is not only in garb, but look at the new tats he's
tatted.
inked up. Fantastic Click, look
Tatted
at that.
up.
And then over here we have the
WD-40
amazing Dahlia. So nice. So
We actually tested it earlier this morning. I wanted to make sure I wouldn't have
cosplay
this for
by
like 5
all of
days.
these
Yeah,
players.
that's fair.
Now this is Sharpie. This one's not going anywhere for a while. But
Essential oil might go.
Is the other one
plenty of
Believe me,
eyeliner or
I've done
something?
enough.
it's a
with
micron
Sharpies on my
pen,
skin.
which
Yes.
seems to come off easier than
Yeah,
Sharpie
yeah.
does.
What is what'd you do on your skin?
A micron pen, you know, the Japanese brand.
oh,
Those
yeah.
like really
Yeah.
thin, fine points.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the detail.
Oh, they don't
How long did that
bleed.
take you?
This one was like 20 minutes, and then this was really quick. She did this in like maybe 8 minutes.
She's
maybe
so
9,
talented.
Wow. MVP. Stream MVP. is-
Yeah. Serenity is Stream MVP.
Yeah.
Let's grab some photos of that too
Yes,
today
please.
before we go. So,
We still
all right.
haven't ever gotten a photo with all of us in our cosplay. We have to do
Oh,
that.
Should we get on
should we do
yeah.
that today for sure?
We should
Okay.
do that today.
We will forget.
We
but we
will
should try
forget.
not to.
We can try
Yes.
to not.
We'll do our best.
Amanda, help us, please.
Maybe the chat will remind us. Is
No.
Daisy the only non-pointed ear devil?
Mila does not.
Mila has no point to
No,
do.
Mila
We'll do
doesn't
it.
have pointed ears.
Mila.
She's mostly
Elf
human
wife.
with some Azimar traits.
Picture.
I'm blind. I'm so sorry.
I was like, please go. I can't sit here anymore.
Okay, so let's quickly go over what happened last time. We'll make a couple of announcements and we'll get right into the game. What
Great.
happened last time?
Last time we left off, the majority of us, minus Mila, were in a warehouse in the dock district late at night. We had found the bodies of some children who had unfortunately been sacrificed. We have yet to figure out what to, but one was left alive. We escaped with him and some evidence and began burning their bodies, which evidently led to a complete conflagration of the entire warehouse itself.
Oops.
Which we learned about the next morning when we returned there, but before then, we made our way back to Well-Equipped that night. In fact, we made our way below Well-Equipped to what the chat colloquially called the Click Cave.
Yes.
Where Mila assisted in reviving, maybe the wrong word, bringing back to consciousness the young lad, and we questioned him about some things. Click was told he was not allowed to ask questions. And we learned some things, not a lot. There's only so much that a unconscious little boy would know about the situation, but We decided that next morning we would bring him back to his family and maybe learn some stuff in the dock district, which we didn't learn much of, but did successfully bring him back to his mother and father. His mom was very excited. His father was a little bit more concerned with his groin, which got injured the night before for some reason.
Can I do that?
Which, wording, that the father was concerned with his own growing, not the growing of his child.
Yeah,
Make sure that was clear on that.
Yeah.
We were all there. Dolly made a lot of applesauce, and we made our way. We decided to make our way to the Pence for Pages to procure some books, which might help us learn some things, particularly about Tom Sorrow, but didn't have any books on Tom Sorrow. Learn about the history of Altamira and about necromancy and what's involved in that process. Things went well there.
Well,
Daisy learned some lessons about
being mean to children.
and we procured some books and made our way to the Salty Dog Tavern, where we discussed some things about what was going on, what our next moves we wanted them to be, and David kindly asked Daisy and Mila to step away so Dahlia and him could have a private moment where they chatted about the journal that Dahlia had given David not 2 sessions prior. And boy, howdy, is some good stuff written in there. I know John got the chance to read it recently. Yeah. It's good stuff. I literally laughed out loud at multiple parts of it. It's very good.
Thank you.
And we left off with Daisy yet again being inappropriately talked to by men. And
Classic.
For the two of them about to start playing a dice game.
That's it. Well done. And yes, of course, that is the price that you pay, being gorgeous, dressed like a noble, blonde hair, walking around the low quarter, and that in no way was meant to suggest the misogyny. You deserve it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's what would happen in that sort of environment.
Yeah,
and
Women's Month. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Like, I realized as I was saying it how that sounded.
man.
Mountains among the daisies.
I almost forgot. I don't know if you guys have any of these. I meant to give you some Blue Box business cards.
Yes, I do
I've got
believe
some.
you gave us some of those.
Did I?
They're in
Okay.
my car.
All right.
I will always
then
take
some
more.
You got some
Always
extras?
Take more.
All right, so...
They're trading cards. You better collect them all.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we also have 2 things coming up that we're really excited. Well, we got a lot of things coming up that we're excited about. We have the Sea of Dark Sun here in just a few weeks, and there's a lot of work going into that in prep.
Amanda is terribly afraid.
As she ought to be with those
we have
stats.
Tuesday. This is the second to last or penultimate episode of the Book 1 interlude.
Such a good episode
and
last
Vivi is
week.
about to be gone for several months, so your last 2 times to see Vivi on an actual gaming stream for a while, although you will be able to see her on Lore Masters Arcanum. So that'll be on Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, I've been excited. We've been working on this for like 3 months, preparing for this. The amazing Throw Dice Like a Girl on Wednesday night. It's going to start at 7 p.m., a special time. So it won't be our normal 5:30 start. It'll be a 7 o'clock start. It includes these 2 young ladies here, Rachel and Cameron, along with Meg, Biscotti Hottie, Amanda, Mystical Unicorn, Ashlyn, Dollar Store DM, and Courtney of Figuratively Speaking Minis. It's going to be a 2-hour conversation dealing with all kinds of topics about women in gaming, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the things that they've experienced, and it'll be an educational opportunity, a storytelling opportunity, and a night I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun. So look forward to that and join us for it. And also, many of you are going to be at GaryCon next week. I know Jay's going to be at GaryCon, and I believe he's going to be raiding into us with a game that he's going to be streaming live at GaryCon. And Jay, thanks for popping in the chat with us
what
today,
a
and so
blessing
many
you are,
others.
Jay.
It's always good to see you in chat.
Then the following
Bless your
week,
heart.
Bless your little heart.
on the 29th, we have another special Lore Masters Arcanum. This time we're going to be joined by John, Demon Gunned Fuller, and Don of Mad Wizard of Tales Tavern
Pretty
fame.
good.
And this is going to be...
2 Johns and a Don.
It's a 2 Johns and a Don. Sounds like a mobster group. So it's going to be...
And it is.
It is Mafia, yes. So it's going to be a really fun stream, how to get Tailspire singing for you in seconds. One of the barriers I've had, people have even mentioned this to me in the last 3-4 weeks, it looks intimidating, I don't know how to build, I don't understand. You don't have to know how to build. And with what Don has done, the Mad Wizard, he's got this repository of amazing gaming boards, tables, and slabs. You can go in and look pretty much at whatever you want in Tales Tavern, and I'm not kidding, in seconds. That's not an exaggeration. In seconds, like click, click, you can have an entire board in your tail spire. Click, click, glows your jaw. And in addition to that, one other question that actually Kurt, who's in the chat, asked me. I showed him this. His jaw did hit the floor, but he looked at me and he said, "How much is it?" And of course, the answer is free. Now you can be a Patreon and support them at a higher level, but literally everything in there is free. And so it's going to be a great show. We're going to show all of you prospective DMs or people that want to get to know how to use the tool better. Easy, super easy tips and tricks. Not the stuff that we did before, which was super complex, showing you the deeper things. This is the easy stuff to get your game going fast in Tailspire. Okay, before I start, that is one other thing I wanted to address. I had the question actually come up twice this week. One from our own Daisy Bell here about wondering if we were moving away completely from physical minis and terrain because we have been featuring so much of the VTT lately.
Oh, no.
And the answer is no. It is definitely not.
Me too.
Why's that scary?
He's just gonna whip out a whole.
Yeah, I was like, does that mean that we're gonna have one today?
The Tiamat behind it?
Yeah, no,
You're in the
first of all,
salty dog.
I love the physical stuff. Second of all, I've got tons of it around here. But you'll see if you've watched like the last several sessions of Tears of Aihrde, these PCs are moving from one shop to the next shop to the next shop to the next shop. Now,
Making the rounds, people.
I could go pure theater of mind, which is the easiest way to do that, but I cannot really move my scenes around physically that quickly and not lose the immersion of the game. So you absolutely will see still physical terrain here a lot on Blue Box. It's just going to depend on where the setting's at, where the game is at, where the campaign is at. As I mentioned for Book 3, we are printing all of those same assets in 3D. We're going to have all those Dark Sun monsters
Scary.
and creatures. I've got brand new
want that.
mats. I've got brand new battle over there. 3 desert-style battle mats. All that's going to get used. So it's
Have
going
those
to be a
backup
blast.
characters ready.
Okay.
Never have a backup.
All right.
You don't? No, you do not.
Started thinking already.
Your characters cannot die.
I have 3 backup characters right now.
I'm never prepared to die.
Just
Just three ideas, or
yeah,
like three fully fleshed out, full ideas.
This is a nerd you're speaking to.
Oh, Cameron, I love you so much.
All right. So, chat, we'll do one more audio check here as we're getting started. You should be able to hear the sounds of the tavern and the tavern music. It should be ambient, loud enough to hear, but not overpowering voices. And we'll have each of you,
3 is
sounds
not
good
enough.
to you. And let's have maybe Cameron and Daisy just say something.
What, are we
Oh,
gonna do our
hi.
characters?
Yeah, Cameron.
Wouldn't that be-
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, okay.
We'll go at the same
Yes,
time.
yes.
We'll just talk over each
She's
other.
ahead of me. Let's start with you. Go ahead.
Well, great day in the morning, Mad Chatters. It's nice to have you here with us. I believe I'm just a level 1 Nightshade Ninja. Well, I just got a special set of skills, and I like to, I consider myself a teacher. I teach lessons wherever I go.
I would never have expected you to say that.
I'm glad that Daisy considers herself that.
I assure you, Randall really feels like you were the students in that exchange. Well done. All right. By the way, if you can't see, show them the eyes. The eyes are insane. So these are the Azimir eyes. If you missed it earlier, they're
You
golden.
can see that one.
It looks absolutely incredible. Sorry, go ahead, Mila.
Mila, I'm putting my glasses on because I like to be able to see, though Mila can see without them because she's better simply.
She's just built
She's
different.
simply
She built
better.
different.
Mila is a human. Amdura, who is an Amdura is kind of a mix
John
of
spreading
cleric
lies.
and inquisitor. It's a really cool class. If you haven't checked it out already, I recommend it. She has her lovely, lovely Finley, who they've been together for a little over 7 years now since we had to leave and then come back.
It's an old rat.
He has a name. His name is Finley.
That's one old rat.
And she got looking a little different. She's got a little necklace that has some sort of connection, power to something. That's it.
Mila considers herself a teacher.
There's one thing you gotta know about Click and David. It's that they consider themselves teachers.
Hello, everyone. David here. Your resident vigilante. Wait, sorry, that came out wrong. Shop owner. That's right. Nothing more, nothing less.
Of course.
Owner of well-equipped in Altamira and fine leatherworks of all kinds. And yeah, having fun about to see these people play some dice. We'll see if they do good or not. But I also play Click, but you'll meet him later.
The voice change.
Bravo, nicely done.
Other stuff.
And Dahlia.
Now, one thing you gotta know about Dahlia is Dahlia's a teacher. 100%.
Start it first.
Starting first. No, Dahlia is a verdant bloodline blood rager. Just a rough and tumble sort of gal, but a little sweet, a little soft sometimes. Sometimes.
Only sometimes.
On good days. But yeah.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. And so we have many teachers
Absolutely
here.
a teacher, yeah.
But there is only
I am
one
a student.
with a reputation for being pretty. And you can buy those mugs. That is in our merch store.
Teaching,
And if you
being
didn't see it
pretty.
earlier, these are the glorious
What are your
black
hobbies?
15-ounce blue box mugs. As I promised, they're not like Jay's. They don't come apart in the dishwasher.
think-
Right, Jay?
What's your comeliness score?
Yeah, we rolled for
20?
comeliness. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Oh,
No, it's not
I thought it was lower
self-promotion.
than the rest of them.
I think it is, but
Wait, is it actually?
I think it is.
I think
Okay, all right, so
If you got really mad about it, you were like, I'm a cute kid.
It's not written on
the
there.
Blue
you would've
Box
written it
College
down.
of Education.
Oh,
Smooth
yeah.
segue. Thank you. You like that, Roger?
Teachers of the School of Hard Knocks.
Thank you, Jay. Yes, the
16.
teachers of the
I'm
School of Hard Knocks. That's
But you know
exactly
what's funny?
right.
When we started back at the 7 years, John said that I was surrounded by a bunch of hotties. I have the highest comeliness. I have 21 comeliness.
I'm 17.
I'm 3 off from the highest you can get. I'm smoking.
Sorry,
A
it's just
short king.
it's difficult for me to role play that well. I'm sorry. It's just
Tell me how hot I am, John.
John, be brave.
Come on, John.
Thomas
my acting
deserves
skills are not
accolades.
quite that on
Tell
par.
me I'm pretty in pee-pee tacos.
All right, so let's play some D&D.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's play some D&D.
That's what we're here for.
Clicks Angels. Yeah, we had that one before, Kai.
It is good. We
Okay.
need to keep that going.
Still true. Still true.
The sound of revelry reverberates through the salty dog and the clink of tankards and the slosh of ale. The scent of sweat and a hard day's work mingling with the euphoria, the cooking of meats, the baking of breads, the sawdust on the floor to absorb both the ale and the other stuff that might not be ale that finds its way onto the floors of the salty dog. The two of you sit across the table from three men. All of them look hard bitten and weathered. An oaken table scarred has their tankards upon it. And the first that you see, he looks the oldest of the three. If such a thing were possible here in the low quarter, he might have a bit of distinguishment to him. His balding pate is neatly cut back, and he's got a trimmed beard. And he leans back in his chair as he passes up the offer of tea and says,
Nice.
None of that for me. I'll stick with the ale, lass.
Kind of like a silver fox.
Damn you.
Kind of odd.
But
Okay.
but it is more interesting to see, and he introduces himself. He says, "Well met, I'm Horb.
What? Horb?
My name is Horb.
And how do you spell that?
Why do you need to know how to spell my name?"
Curiosity. I'm a reader.
Oh, Horby. Now, Horby. You need to at least taste the tea. Don't you know how to treat a lady?
When you say this, you see like his eyes start to bulge out of his head. What was that question you asked me again?
Don't you know how to treat a lady?
He looks at
You're setting me
I know. He looks at the other two men at the table.
Am I crazy?
I'm gonna watch this DM restraint. I'm gonna let that pass. I'm gonna let that pass this time.
Mila will look if he like lands over.
Character development.
Don't.
Character development. Horeb is a brand new character. He can't develop. I assure you, the DM has not. All right, so it is the other two though that are slightly more concerning. So you see one who introduces himself as Gander Jan.
Oh, Lord.
And Gander Jan is a man
needs to go.
You can get her on, yeah.
to whom time has been unkind. Oh, I should be showing. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Brutal.
Time has
Poor
been
guy.
unkind. His yellowed teeth, his skin creased with age. You note he's got dirt underneath his fingernails.
Still like
his
a low
eyes
/6, though.
dart about, and there is the scent of earth and sweat and stale body odor emanates from him. And then next to him, the other man of the three that was dicing with you looks like I warned you.
Your choice.
Introduces himself as
This is in character. We're just over there like,
yes, that's
okay.
exactly what I'm saying. He as Thuban Niedersoft, and Thuban is a nervous-looking man. He's got a strange conical cap, and he's wearing overmuch cologne, which you can tell barely masks what might be the scent of sewage. Now, interestingly, as you get set to sit at the table with these men to dice, and you're trying to convince them to enjoy the honeysuckle tea, you see each of them has a cup in front of them that they rattle the dice in, and they hand the cups to you.
Huzzah!
And
Are we gonna play for the men?
actually, no, the two of you are still over there talking. However, if you will do me a favor, if each of you will reach underneath your chair and pull out what's taped to the bottom of your chair.
Oprah Winfrey style?
I never watched that. I don't know what that is.
You done do
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm
You
ripping it.
will be role playing these two characters today.
Oh, great.
I'll give you. I'll give you a moment to prepare.
I'm already there.
I've written.
guys, I am single. Just so you know.
Does it say that?
It says I'm single.
I'm a widower.
So I've given you some
Hey, I'm
little
sorry, my
light
man.
details. All right, while you're getting ready, let me tell you a little bit of why we're doing this. So what we're about to play is a game known as Liar's Dice.
A good game.
It is a
Never
fun
played
game
before.
to play, but it also is a game that we play at Blue Box Con. So this is an opportunity
Hosted
for those
by-
of you that have never played, but will be here to learn the game. So 1, 2, 3. Does anyone have an empty cup? Someone
Nope.
Okay.
I got 5 dice.
Do you have a cup?
I'm gonna give you this one because
I like
I need
these
this
weird
smaller
little
one.
barnacles.
But then I can't.
Because
I gotta
Pirates
be
of the
able to
Caribbean.
slam them on. The dice are gonna escape.
What do you
They're
mean?
gonna escape.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see what you. Well, then I don't, because I need this for. I'm gonna show mine on camera because I'm gonna be playing.
I mean, you can just
with
shake
as
them in your hand and
yeah,
hide
just
'em.
shake them, I guess, or in the hold of the cup. All right,
You
I'm showing mine on the camera.
you need the mug.
So I can slam it down and hide it under the camera. Stop fussing with me. All right,
Let
so.
him play.
Oh, wait. What is that little thing right there?
Little black-
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
That work? Is that
While they're
empty?
getting that together,
Yeah.
we're going to show you how to play this game
Perfect.
while we also
How many dice
role
are there?
play.
Five.
So
Okay.
we have Mila and Daisy. They're at the table, and I'll show you here.
John, I will say a game of 5 dice each might take a while.
We'll manage that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Listen.
That's all right.
And so they're at the table here, and so you can see each of the different players. So here is
forever
Daisy,
full.
here is Mila, here is Thuban,
That's me.
here is Gander, and here is Horb.
Me?
And so Horb looks across.
Also, as we fade into this game, Dahlia holds up 2 gold to click and goes, I got 2 on Mila.
Just 2.
I don't have a lot of money. Listen.
All right. Well, 2 on the thick-headed one.
Okay. then we fade into the game. Which one is that?
Me. It's Gander.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet on myself.
Dahlia bet on Mila.
All
Mila
right.
doesn't know.
So
But she's touched.
as you are watching, the two of you sit down and you're noticing and smelling the same things. There is some honeysuckle tea that slid onto the table, and Horb looks over at it, curls his lip.
Everybody has one. I had him give.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying Horb is the one that's.
Oh, do not snarl your nose. Just taste it. It's not gonna kill you.
Perhaps in a moment I will.
Thuban
Well, what
takes.
kind of a game is
Here's
this?
how the game is played.
What is it called?
It's called the Dice of Liars.
Are you a liar, sir?
If you're about to play with us, we're all going to be liars.
Oh, well, this isn't gonna be a very good game for me. I'm very honest.
Here's the way the game is played. Each of us will roll. Keep your dice hidden. When you flip your dice over where only you can see them, you've got skull through 6. The skulls can be used for any number.
Ooh.
You're going to call out how many numbers you think there are at the table of that die. So if I was to say, I think there are 5 3s, I'm betting there are 5 3s total among all of the players at the table.
Oh, okay.
You to my left, you call me a liar if you think I've said too many.
Oh, this sounds like fun.
Or you must go up higher. If I say 5 3s, you either have to say 6 3s or 5 4s or higher. You've got to go with a higher number.
I have a great idea. Orby.
Doubt that very much.
If I win, all of you all have to take a drink of my tea. There we go.
Wait,
Shake it up.
wait.
What?
I'll take you up on that deal.
Yeah.
But if I win,
Uh-oh.
you give us a kiss.
Right.
Is this called the Dice of Liars?
I'm dunking my
Not
hand
when
in
it
the
comes to
tea.
the matter of wings, man. That's a way to
I
get.
give no kisses away. That is not to be bet on. I am a lady.
And I do not drink tea. Here we go.
Oh,
All right, chat.
Take a gander.
I'm gonna let you see what I've got. You guys can't look at the
I won't look on
cameras
Twitch.
on Twitch.
So remember, if you have dice that don't have skulls on them, ones are wild.
Ones are the skulls, which you're the only one that has.
I'm the only one that doesn't? Okay.
I say there be 5 6s.
That's a bold statement, Orby.
My name is Horb.
What is it with people? I'll call you Horby.
You gonna make a guess or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, Gander. What was your last name, Gander?
Just call me Gander.
Gander away?
Just make a guess.
All right, Gander. Oh, what's your name?
Please make a guess.
All right, we'll go up to, let's go up to 6 6s. How does that sound?
For clarification,
It's on the whole table.
if I make a guess, does it have to be a 6? Do I have
No.
to say it's 7 6s, or can I change to a different number?
You have to say 7 something.
Seven
You can say
something.
7 anything, other than 1, obviously.
Other than 1?
Because 1 doesn't exist on these dice.
Right.
One is a skull.
Oh, right. Got it. I will say. What'd you say? 7?
6
Six
6
6s.
7 6s.
Ooh, she sounds bold.
That's a hard one.
It sure does, Gandy.
I mean, I've got to call you on it.
So be it.
I got 2.
3,
What was the call?
5, 7 6s. 6. You got a 6. Come on, Orb. Why you gotta do me like that, Orb?
I guess that makes you a liar, Gandy. I'm
like
sorry.
this game.
It's Gander.
It's
Okay.
still betting a day doing what
This
you
is
do.
betting,
Brenda.
though. Are we betting each round?
Yeah,
Another-
what are we betting? We should have something on this. I ain't giving
have
you a
been.
kiss.
Well,
Spend
baby,
money.
I'll take whatever you'll bet.
Huh?
Baby, I'll take
Baby?
whatever. Baby, that's your name, isn't it?
My name is Daisy.
That's what I said, baby.
I don't know. She keeps getting our names wrong. Why can't we get her name?
I think she said names don't matter. So your name is Baby.
Yeah,
He's
baby.
trying to get under my skin. Oh my, you're so cute. Let's go.
We make one bet to start. The winner gets the pot.
Okay.
Does that mean that I won last time?
No. When only one person has dice
Yeah.
left, you are the winner.
All right, so and
we're
your
playing it
track
that
it's
way.
gonna be one piece of gold each round that goes in.
Oh, we keep increasing the-
you
How
keep
much money do
increasing
I
every
have?
time. I don't know how much
money
you
does
do.
Stupid have?
I thought I gave you. Could I not give you?
Is that
coins?
his age or?
What's that?
I thought
I
this
think
was
it's
his age.
Yeah, we don't have gold for our character.
Oh, for them.
Unless I have 49 gold.
They have sufficient for
Okay.
this game. Let's go with
They're
that.
betting man.
So this is the
Okay.
second round we're going
Yes,
to. I already deposited one at the end.
Okay,
of the session, so.
okay, Orby. I think I'm gonna go with 4 4s.
Well, it's not your start. It's hers.
Why can't I didn't get to start?
She called me on it, and
That's how you start?
or I called her. Yes, because she.
You don't go in around?
No.
Oh my gosh. All right, go.
6 4s?
Wow.
Whoa.
She just went straight to the top.
Why not? It's a betting game, is it not?
7 3s.
What say you, Thuban?
I'm gonna call you on it.
I was like, you've been mute for a while. All right.
1.
That's 5 over here.
So Thuban
one.
Calder.
Oh,
You don't
what
even
you
have
got?
1?
I don't have 1 3.
Show your cup.
I got no 3s.
You got 1 3.
Oh, I got 1 3.
You got any 3s?
I got 1 time.
Yeah, oh, that's my man. Lose a dice.
We got it.
Thuban, calm down.
You see, Thuban.
We're doing great, man.
How about this? And she handed him a sprig of lavender that Dahlia had gifted her at some point. Let's give that a sniff if I help you. Yes, big. Good, you can keep that.
All right.
Cameron, the person.
Sitting for a few moments, you figured out it's pretty apparent that Thuban works in the sewers, does cleaning. You're still not sure what Gander does, though.
Oh, I've always said we need to stop playing with this guy.
Booby, you need to take a drink of that tea. You're a
Thuban,
little sensitive.
how about this? Back in
I've
the
lost
game.
Cameron for the day. Outstanding. I've lost her.
5 4s.
Oh my God.
5 4s.
5 4s.
6 4s.
I say there be 7 2s.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
I just got myself.
I'm gonna go with. Ooh, we're loud.
Baby,
Oh, we got.
you should call me on it, baby.
Her name is Daisy Bell.
It is Daisy.
I heard.
What's my name?
Ha.
Horb. I mean,
Right, Daisy.
isn't
Got it right.
Orby cuter? I mean, you gotta soften your edges.
Hey, you should make a
little.
guess.
As you look at him, like, and suggesting that cuter is something he would even desire. Like, he's like,
Do you want to get a woman for yourself, or do you just want a trollop?
Does she normally take this long to play games?
Okay, I'm gonna go with
a
7
trollop will do me
4s.
just fine.
Well, okay.
That's quite the guess.
It is. I know. I know. Oh,
Thank you, chatters.
want us to lose. Just skip and go to him. Oh, we can't do that.
No.
I'd have to either call it or make a bet.
Make him. Yeah.
How mad are you gonna be if I called you?
Well, you can call away. I mean, it's a game.
You're a liar.
What?
I'm a
All right.
liar.
You're a
You
liar.
called me a liar.
I did, Daisy Bell.
What's the number again?
3. I got 3.
I've one.
That's
you have
7.
3.
Right, that's 7 right
Oh,
there.
it's 4th. Oh, yeah.
Wow. I was a liar, it seems.
Support me Mila's the liar. She called wrong.
You've got to lose a dice.
Take out one of your dice, dear.
You have to eat it.
So Theubin and
You have to eat it.
I have to eat the
No.
dice.
Why didn't you eat yours if that's the case?
I didn't want to.
Oh, is everything okay with him?
No.
You see like 5 cups of ale just sitting over.
Thubin, take a drink of the tea. It'll help you.
Put some on my armpits.
Put it on your head. I don't care.
Water at the table.
all right.
John,
What?
let's gonna call Drake for a water at the table.
I'm crying.
We're a water.
Just having a good time.
As this is going on, Click, standing over there, notices Wiley and Womack and Riley.
Yes.
They kind of stand up and walk out of the Salty Dog while the game
Willick
is going
and
on. Willick and Riley. Yeah.
Is it my turn?
What?
I won.
No, did I tell you? No, I missed.
Maybe we should follow them?
It is Wallach.
It is Wallach.
It is
Wallach?
Wallach. Yeah.
Okay.
Wallach
Yeah.
and who again?
Rhymy.
Rainy.
Those were the two.
Is it my
two
turn?
Follow
members.
them or if we should go.
I won.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I'm
well,
done
So
with
this
my
is
part of
third
the
round.
conversation. We can
Yes.
call them back. I don't know. They don't seem to be having a lot of fun.
We'll say we go double or nothing on this round.
2 dice.
And 2 gold
How about you drink tea?
for a kiss. I drink the tea.
A kiss
What
on my hand.
kiss?
I'll let you kiss my hand. That'll be fine. That's a gentleman's kiss. I'm teaching you to be a gentleman.
Teach it.
Hear me out.
Get her.
I'll lead a hand enhanced diplomacy, and I'll motion towards the alcohol and the tea. Combine it. A solid combination of the two.
All right, go ahead and make a diplomacy roll. You have it now enhanced.
Oh,
So roll d20.
Plus 2, as well as the plus that you get on your sheet.
Okay, where's my sheet? Oh my gosh, I'm so.
Yeah, it's on your phone. You're good. You got it. And then the skills at the bottom.
If I can read.
The
Wait,
one right
that
next to it.
one.
You
Oh
got
my gosh, I
Same,
need
honestly.
glasses.
If I can read.
plus 7.
Oh my gosh, I need glasses. Okay. Oh well, okay, let's go.
So 7.
Well, crap. I got a 4.
You got a 4.
It's a plus 7, 11, and 2, a 13.
It's not bad.
I ain't drinking your tea
Well-
without a kiss.
Oh well.
Roll your dice.
What kind of kiss would you like?
He kind of wrinkles his nose. Theubin, how do you react to that?
A rat wearing a vest. Oh. All right, put it away. Put it away. Put it away.
It's fine now.
Okay.
Interesting
Right.
character decision.
I call out.
Mess this up.
It's too sad.
I call
Look
out.
at how sad he looks.
6s. 5 6s.
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 Going with a bold one. Bold call out.
6 5s.
All right, let's go.
7 5s.
Right, Pat.
7 5.
Yep, you heard me.
Oh, don't cry. Take a drink of tea. Take a, no more alcohol for you.
It just kind of like falls down in the face, like just.
Oh my. Thubin, what is wrong with you?
The more I look at his picture, the more I agree with the decision you've made.
He's so sad.
Thubin, why are you so sad?
Through a lot.
It's fine. We're playing a game. We're not here to talk about Thubin.
What did
Make
you
a guess.
say again?
7 5s.
He needs to explore.
No.
8 4s.
Oh dear, these are rough and tumble guys. How many? I think he's had too much to drink. Okay, go, Orby. Oh.
I can't even look at you, Cameron.
Quiet whimpering.
You said 8 4s.
8 4s.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I think you're a liar.
I
Oh,
agree.
you just called Thubin a liar.
I've 2.
2.
2 5 6 7 8 9 10.
lost.
You got 2 dice.
You lost.
All right. Triple. I want to triple down.
Orby. Orb lost. dice when he doubled or nothing. Oh my.
I'm calling triple down. 3 dice, 3 gold.
3 dice and 3 gold.
Do we have an objection?
If
No,
you
no,
don't,
my dice fell out.
I don't think I actually rolled this.
all right, Dubin. Start us off.
5 fours.
That's a bold move.
That's correct, Boba. We got 35
she
gold
said
in the pot.
5 fours.
5 fours. I think that'd be 5 fives.
Oh dear. You know, this kind of stuff,
Are you gonna make a guess or not?
I can talk if I want to, mister. Now, it makes me a little nervous. What did you say, Hope?
5 fives.
Can you just be a little nicer? I mean, you know, my tea might just calm your spirit a little.
She came to our table to play, right?
That's why I remember it.
Well, I think y'all could just use a little more genteel qualities about you.
Nah, probably not.
6 fives. I'm gonna go with 6 fives.
6 fives. I rounded to 6 sixes. Ooh.
7 sixes.
Ooh.
Oh, do I go at the end?
We keep going until someone calls.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna call you on it.
All right. I got 3.
1.
2.
That's
What,
5.
fives?
6s.
Well, sixes?
Sixes.
I need you to have 1, Hob. You gotta have 1, Hob.
I got no 6s. And all right. Now I need you. Hold on. I need you
Funny.
to make a will save.
As
Gander, you feel a rush of anger, not just at
saddest
losing,
man in
but
the
being
world.
laughed at by this woman. Oh, it's 6. I need a 16 or higher on the die.
roll a
Nice.
16.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
You all see him. Throw
Play
your
your
dice.
dice. I'll play my dice.
Okay.
The same. 3 again.
Gander, take a thing to the
3
tea.
3 again. So we're up to 50 people. They're like
Gander's
everyone in
gonna
the
pick up
tavern
the
now
tea
is
and
paying
pour
attention.
it on the floor next to him.
For the salty dog, this is a huge pot of gold. And
Sure is.
you note that like there are twitching hands, eyes are getting very serious. You notice a couple hands go to daggers. It is becoming.
David and Dahlia in the corner. I
Yeah,
imagine
you guys are watching all this. You're seeing it.
Mila is like slowly getting more and more stiff in her posture.
Just sweating. Just one bead.
It's
Oh, it's me. Okay. 5 threes.
There are 5 6s.
Oh dear. I take a drink of my tea. What did you say, Hor?
5 6s.
Why do I have to repeat myself? You're standing right next to me.
Because I asked you to. 6 sixes.
7 sixes.
It's a lot of gold, Kurt.
Woo!
You said 7
7
6s.
sixes, my friend.
8 4s.
Well, we just. Oh,
Just to make sure we cannot call other people liars, the person next to him has
Yeah,
to.
only
Yeah.
the next one, yes.
Dubin, take a drink. Oh, you already poured.
1.
1.
That's 3. 4. You got 4 4s.
And with this, and you know he's only got 3 dice anyway. With this, you see Gander loses it.
And punches Dubin in the face. Because he's made me lose all my dice.
he flips the table. He's more concerned with the gold. He flips the table this way. He grabs the edges of it, flips the table back
Tackles
this
through
way.
into the ground.
And suddenly there is chaos inside the tavern.
And she's gonna try to like
Get off of me!
hold it back off of this poor guy.
All right, so I need
I
to
imagine
know.
we're switching now to Daisy.
Yeah, now you guys are going back
no,
to your
I want to play as the saddest man in the world.
Regularly scheduled players.
As so,
This is not how
we're
I
going to go. We're
expected
gonna do a group initiative here, but it's going to be two different groups. So you're one group, you're the other group. You're at
Right.
the table. As the table is flipped, the coins scatter everywhere. Gander lets out a bellow, turns and punches Thuban in the face and starts scrapping up gold from the ground. Thuban falls to a blubbering heap on the ground, but Horb is out with 2 daggers in a flash and makes a move for Daisy.
Oh, wait a minute. I call right now. I call because if I'm looking at him and seeing, I'm gonna see those motions. I'm quick like a ninja, and I see him go for the table. Well, he's not gonna have time to flip the table and grab the
No,
daggers.
Horb is the one grabbing
No,
daggers.
Horb is grabbing the dagger.
Who's flipping the table?
Gander.
Oh, so I'm
Gander.
looking at him so I don't see it.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
Yep. Initiative. DM has a 2 on the die.
Who should roll for us?
Well, one of you roll and one of you roll.
Oh, all right.
You want to
Feel free. You're a ninja.
You're a separate group.
This dice doesn't fail me most
D6
times.
wisely.
Why should I say that before I rolled it?
We tied.
crap,
We got a
2.
2 as well, John.
All right.
Oh wait, we all got
Everybody got 2s. All right.
Reroll.
Group initiative for the
Yes.
win. I got a 5.
We got a 6.
Yes.
All right. What'd you have?
2.
Okay,
Well,
you guys are last.
You guys are still last,
You guys are
but
last.
we're ahead.
Okay, so you see all this happening in front of you. It makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Even as the table is flipped over, the coins spin end over end in the air, catching the light of the candles and the lanterns. You see some of the patrons begin to scatter. They've seen scrums break out inside the Salty Dog before. Not a place that you want to be found. Others move greedily in, trying to scrape coins off the floor. You actually can't see Horb. So this guy who's pulling the daggers, the table
we
has
don't
been
know.
flipped up. The table is right in front of him. So Daisy and Horb disappear from view. What do you do?
Gander, get that one, get him!
No, I don't think
No.
we are ourselves.
You're back
I
to
know,
yourself.
my
now.
voice was wrong, but Gander, get him!
All right, I think Dahlia just starts running and wants to like basically spear tackle this guy.
Which one, Gander?
Gander.
Yeah,
Because Thuban is on the ground.
Cuban's
I
on the
imagine.
ground blubbering.
on the ground already.
Okay, all right. So
I just want to like scoop him up like by his
all right.
arms
So
and
you're
just
gonna
be
make you're gonna make a grapple check. So roll
Okay.
d20, add your combat maneuver bonus to it.
Oh, I don't even know what that means. Where do
Fortunately,
I
he
find
doesn't
that?
have a very high
Let's go
Oh, we
CMB.
could use some help, Mad Chatters. We
CMB.
could use some help.
Combat. Is that
maneuver
CM?
bonus.
Yeah, CMB.
CMB. I got
Oh, it's a 2.
So
Plus
7
5, so
total.
7.
Oh Lord.
As you go rushing forward, say one thing for Gander. Say he's quick. He spins out of the way as you
I
rush
think
forward.
it's just like just arms, and I'm like, where do I grab? Where do I grab? Where do I grab? Like,
Yeah. You. I mean, clearly you'd be strong enough if you got a hold, but
Yeah.
he kind of spins out of the way, and you stagger into a bar just as one of the barmaids leaps out of the way.
sorry. I kinda
Mila,
like
you see
pop back.
Dahlia crash into the bar beside you. What does Click do?
David will
David.
whistle as loud as he can to get the bar at attention to him. He really just wants to like scare these people off from doing what they're doing and just get their attention away from the
So
fight.
you're gonna whistle.
I'm gonna whistle.
in the middle of a Salty Dog bar fight. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Sing a little
loud
song.
attention grabbing whistle
Like
is
a
what I'm
mom at
trying
a
to
track
do.
meet.
So like a mom.
Yeah,
would have-
2 pinkies, so loud.
I would have confidence in her to do that. I want to hear you role play that.
I can't do that kind of whistle.
I can't.
I've never learned how.
All right. So you whistle.
I got you.
Should I roll?
You have to when you have kids.
Go ahead and roll d20.
Much
Add
of a child.
performance to it.
Immediately you have to.
Performance. 11.
11. You know, you've probably heard the phrase, I'll kill, passing gas in a windstorm.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you have just done. There is no notice of David as he whistles inside the salty dog. It is lost.
Then I'm gonna yell over to Drake, Drake, get your patrons in line! And I'm gonna run into the thick of it, trying to get more towards these two than her massive fight that she has going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
kind of stay here and like pose to like push them off of each other.
All right, so as you go past, let's see, Gander, let's see what he decides to do. Is he going to...
Fight me, you coward.
He's got no intent of doing that. He flips around, he scoops a bunch of coins and starts
Oh.
heading for the door.
Who does?
Gander.
You can't see him, the guy on the other side.
Makes sense.
That's fine.
I don't know if you read what was on his thing.
Horb looks at you,
No.
and
You gonna hurt a lady?
Grave robber.
and you see the thin veneer of culture vanishes from him, and he actually reaches out. He tries to grab you by the hair with
Not that,
one
the
hand,
golden locks.
and like he's clearly trying to restrain you and pull you toward him. So he's gonna grapple. What is your combatment CMD? I need your CMD
Go
number.
to your main character page,
Scroll
and then
down.
scroll down a little bit. Next to, you should see a CMD.
Well, I really need glasses, folks, because I know where it's supposed to be, and I
Should be below your
everything's blurry.
resistances.
Oh, there it is. Oh boy.
No, next to that, not the
Plus
plus, the
one.
number next to it.
Yeah, CMB.
Plus
CMD.
one. Oh, CMD 14. Oh, 14.
14.
Try it. Try it, Horby. You're drunk. He's drunk. He didn't drink my tea.
Pour hot tea on him. Do it.
Oh, yeah.
He reaches out.
Oh, but he flipped the table. I have no
He
idea.
reaches out, he gets a hold of your hair.
Yeah.
But he's surprised by your strength, and he gets a hold of a pin as he does it. So he's unable
And
to
I
pull
have a
you.
dagger in my jacket. And I'm gonna slip one into him.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, roll to
Yeah,
hit.
I do.
Slip on it.
Roll to hit.
Okay, I don't want. Oh, I really wish I would have got some help from above. You don't have mighty angel.
You don't have to stab him.
I want to stab him.
No, fair.
He's ugly and mean.
You heard it here first. All ugly people
All
must
ugly,
be
mean
stabbed.
people should be stabbed.
That is thus far Daisy's
My hair.
mantra.
Of course, I'm gonna stab him.
It's Daisy's MO. If they're mean and
Oh.
ugly, they get stabbed. Although he's not very ugly.
He's
No,
kind
No,
of.
he's the best looking of the bunch by far.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he doesn't have Cuban's manly charm, but
Just crying. I'm crying and like wiggling on the floor.
I'm gonna add 2.
Cuban is Riz personified, right?
Yes.
Oozing it.
But like still there, even though the person attacking him is left. Just like.
What was the roll?
I'm gonna add 2. I have 2.
Okay. All right. You're using 2 of your +1s from the Mad Chatters.
Good use. Not bad.
14 plus 2.
That's a hit.
Well, plus all the other stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
What way is that to treat your DM?
Good job, everybody.
All right. So
all secret eyes.
roll your damage.
Okay, what's my damage? Oh, what do I have as damage?
Should be a D4 for
oh
a dagger.
man, that's it. Gosh, I gotta get better stuff.
Plus your strength. I don't know, maybe ninjas get to add their dex.
Yeah, she has
Damage.
weapons.
3.
Wait, no, that's a 4. Is that not? No,
a
that's a
3.
3. I'm blind.
3.
None of us
Oh,
can
to damage.
see.
No, you don't add to damage. Your strength that gets added to damage.
4.
So 4 points of damage.
Huzzah.
You bury your dagger deep right underneath his diaphragm. You see blood spurt out of his mouth, and he keels over, thunk, onto the ground, dead. Blood pouring out all over.
Wait.
You hear,
Mess with Daisy.
Yeah.
He looked
Tell me about it.
Are you allowed to kill people in a bar?
And the salty dog? Why not?
Does that happen?
I
Would we like?
but I am just
I'm
good at what I
sweating.
do.
I'm
Does this
sweating.
happen?
you
Does
hear.
Mealy get
Do
a
you know?
chance?
What's that?
Does Mealy get a chance to do anything?
You haven't had initiative
As he
yet.
falls,
Is there
as he,
any coin on
as
him?
He's about
I
to.
pick up any coin.
as he falls to the ground, all the coin went the other way. He has some coins on him.
Oh, I get the coin
my
out of
God.
his pockets.
As this all happens,
Just murdered
you
Rob.
hear a woman scream as he falls to the ground, and blood spurting. Suddenly, there is chaos everywhere inside the salty dog. Patrons running to and fro.
Oh, this is not a good way.
Cuban whining and wallering. Gander darting out. Boo! He slams the door open and runs in, and
I'm out.
warm blood on Daisy's hand.
Well, I'm going through his pockets because I know he's got
And
gold.
she immediately begins
midst
looting leaving
of this
his body.
chaos.
All right, what are you doing?
Mila is used to chaos to a certain degree. There is, when you're growing up with a lot of older, stronger people around
Right.
you tend to get ignored and looked over. And in midst of the chaos and her just kind of standing there not sure what to do, she's just going to take the deepest breath she can and just scream, "Hey! Stop!"
I tried that already.
I'm sure.
It's like a fart in the wind.
I'm sure Mad chatters that. No, I'm not making that mug. Stop. I'm sure Mad chatters that. Mila was much more ferocious than Rachel just sounded.
That
with
was pretty
scream.
ferocious.
Good.
It's just mic-wise. You need to be kind to your microphone.
No, I still felt like your scream in the orc's face was far more feral.
Well, I had a matching thing that I, you know.
All right, so it was great role play. Just ferocious screams. I don't think
But it was
bad.
your strength. Yeah.
Do they at least
All right, so,
clear any sort of way for this man?
Yeah, so go ahead and make a roll. Which man?
The guy that just fell. That's dying on the ground.
Oh, no one needs. So he's behind the table. You could
I
see
see
him.
that
You could
there's a
see them,
scuffle.
but like most other people can't even see what just happened.
There's
Because remember, you guys were by the wall.
Yeah,
you're by the wall.
there's
The
just
table
chaos.
went up, blocking. Now there's chaos all around, and Daisy has fallen upon him and is looting his now still warm body.
Mila's gonna. Can I roll a perception to see if she noticed that scuffle specifically?
Oh no, she did. You don't need to roll.
Okay,
You saw
then-
everything that happened.
Can I like pull her off
Sure.
and like give her the most incredulous like what the. And, go down to try and stop the bleeding. Try to do anything to.
All right, so
How does that not die?
you feel Mila pulling you off.
I flip her off.
You
I
Give her a
I push
gesture.
her off.
Words.
Because I don't, in my adrenaline, I do not know it's her. I feel. So
Right.
I'm just gonna, like,
Okay. All right. You grab a hold. So we're gonna do the same thing again. We're getting
CMB.
lots of grappling maneuvers
I'm
here.
gonna fail
So you're
this.
making a
Come on, big
roll
money, no
against her
whammies, Rachel.
CMB.
Which is 14.
You don't need to roll anything.
Oh.
It's just gonna be what is your CMB? It's 14, right?
18.
18.
dang it.
yeah.
Nothing.
You go like this, but she actually gets a hold of you. Now, trying to pull her off is a little bit different. So
It's
you
a-
grab,
like a-
so you're like, you
I'm
shove
trying
her.
to flip her off so that I
Okay,
can.
all right, then
get
yeah,
to
you
it.
can
Do
do
I
that.
get any coin in the process?
The important questions are being asked.
Do I get any money?
All right, so remember, this is a handful of seconds, right? So you fall upon the ground as Horb is bleeding out on the ground. Your right hand slick with his blood. You're rifling for his pouch. Suddenly, you feel a hand, and if you were going to pull her directly off, I would have made you make a strength check. But you're really working with gravity here. You're kind of pushing her off to the side. So you get pushed to the side. You're going to make a dex check here, a raw check on your dex, -2. So I need you to roll, what is your dexterity, to see if you were quick enough to get any coin before you were
Ooh, I
pulled
have
off.
good dexterity.
Yeah, you do, yes.
I'm a ninja.
So what is your dex?
17 plus
All right,
3.
so you have to roll, so 17,
Oh.
so now you got to roll lower than 15 because it's at a -2.
Oh.
So you got to
Come
roll
on.
15, you got
Let's
to
get a
roll
bad die.
under 15.
15. Of course it would pull that. I hate you.
You pull open the pouch. You see the glimmering of
Gosh,
coin.
I'm gonna
You
be
go
so
to reach
mad.
for it just as Mila yanks you off. You literally touched the coin as you're yanked off and you slide
Really,
to the
in a bar
ground.
fight, we're gonna be concerned about this.
Well, don't talk to me.
Well, that's a
We're
bar.
gonna be concerned
It's,
about
it's
this.
elevated from a bar fight to a bar murder, which is different. I think. I don't know.
He was gonna murder me.
I'm not from here. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Can
Oh
I
my
make
goodness.
a check to see if this is something that I can take care of with like pressure and time, or is this magical healing that needs to happen?
All
or
right,
else
so
he's
you're
gonna
gonna do
die?
so you're gonna do a heal check.
Heal? Oh, boy,
You're- so-
yes, I am. Oh, it's not gonna happen on my
Make your
watch.
heal
No,
check.
I push her back.
Well,
Okay,
it's already been
That's
your
a
turn.
different turn.
Yeah.
Well, she.
No,
it's
that's
a matter of
technically-
seconds. I can't.
No, that's-
Well, we have to go, and then he has to go.
Heal 15 plus 8.
I think we all have to
She
go.
can't just sit
All
there
right.
and think
What's a
about it
15
if I
plus
didn't
8?
even get more than a few seconds.
Wait, what?
She doesn't get a whole bunch of seconds to sit there and think
No. So that's going to be the
people, that's
okay.
her thing.
So she pushes you off. She falls to the ground. You attacked and you fell. So I let you guys have a little extra action because there was no movement in that round. Now,
I'm just gonna let her
now
get her
we're
whole
going.
necklace and heal.
Now you two are rolling initiative against each other, and you two are rolling against the larger group.
So me pushing her out of the way was my
wait,
action.
you won.
Yeah, and you're now on the ground.
Okay.
No, your check. You were able to make your check. So
Okay, 15 plus 8.
23.
You
23.
you can tell he is dying. I mean, quickly dying.
Okay.
Will pressure and cloth
DM
fix it, or does it need magical healing? is what the
You're
question
gonna have to
was.
flip him over because he fell face down. So in that round, all you got was you feel his pulse. You see the volume of blood. With your heal check, you know that you can just tell this is not a wound that he will survive, absent immediate magical intervention.
Okay.
5.
Okay, 5 on the die. And the DM has a 5 on the die. Roll again. And you two are rolling against each other. 3 on this time.
2.
All right, so we're going to go to the two of you first. You are
In
pushed.
reverse order?
What's that? No, she had a 2.
Yeah, but we had a 5.
Yeah.
Well, this is like totally separate things. Oh, were you going to try to interfere here?
Yeah.
Well, because I was already saying I was headed to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that way. 'cause
Okay.
She's
all
busy
right.
with Gander and...
the
Okay,
guy
all right,
ran, and I'm just gonna
All
let
right,
him have his money and run.
so as they're scuffling, what are you doing? Click.
So as David comes around the corner of the table, he will certainly notice the man unconscious on the ground
Bleeding.
and realize this might be a bad look for David if he's involved in this, and shout, "Drake, we've got a dying man here. We need attention."
Drake, you see him, he's already come over from behind the bar. He takes and he flings a mug trying to hit Gander in the head as he runs out of the
Way to
door.
go, my guy. Very nice.
Oh,
Nat
nat 20 on the die! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! All right, this is a flanking attack.
Damn, Drake. Get him.
That is a crit.
Wait. Oh, wait. I was going to say you've got the thing now.
All right, so now,
This is awesome. Thank you.
now here at Blue Box,
Accidents happen when you attack people.
Check the chat.
we don't just use fantastic crit tables. We speed up the game
Oh, God, I'm sick
by
of this
using
wood.
ChatGPT with all of the published crit tables pumped into it to give us the crit. So I'm going to roll my percentile dice.
Let them eat.
Ooh, and that is a 50
Oh my God.
I'm sick of this.
He's gonna
crush
die.
C, and it tells me
This is great.
50 crush C critical is all right. As he throws it, he misses the head. It hammers right to his back, right at the base of his spine. You hear a crack, and he just falls boneless to the ground.
All right.
Thunk.
Please don't tell me there's another man dying.
All right. So
So I yelled at Drake
yes.
to come take care of this, and I say, "Something happened. Someone got stabbed, but he needs help." Trying to play off who did it.
If I hear that too, if I hear somebody.
Do I hear that?
I'm right next to you.
yeah, you all hear this.
If
yes.
I hear that
Yeah,
somebody.
somebody got stabbed. Somebody got stabbed.
If I hear that, I'll take out.
We're gonna have a talk later.
Moonwort.
Yes, my moonwort, and I'll kind of like begin handing it off to Mila to like find
Dear,
that
someone
spot
got
that's
stabbed.
bleeding.
Okay,
Someone
all right.
got stabbed.
So if that's just me aiding her, I'm happy to do that.
Okay, all right. So she's giving you the moonwort. That will be aid to you in healing. But are you trying to get back to the coin?
Now I'm just. I heard what he said,
should-
so I'm like, oh, someone got stabbed. Please help the man.
Okay.
I'm like a 1920s cartoon, just tied to a railroad track.
Help me.
And she looks like one too.
All right. So are you going to try to heal him?
How covered am I right now, John?
Covered. What do you mean?
Like,
to
there's
be
the
seen?
table.
table that's blocking a lot of vision of people, right?
Yes.
And everyone, I mean,
But-
people are
do I have a
Initially-
vision
out of here, right?
These three like a shield.
I mean, I imagine I would have come up to one side
I'm
from
also
around
there
the
too.
table.
I mean, in the haste of the moment, you don't see anybody looking at you, but there is chaos in the bar. You know, Drake is coming over. You can't see all the way down the opposite end. You know, there's that room back there where Mon usually would hang out. So
Mon's house.
it's difficult to know exactly, but I mean, maybe.
I'm gonna heal him. I'll
Do we
use a cure wounds.
Good.
Okay, what's that?
Good.
do we like when Drake is running over? Does he look? I mean, he might have just killed a man by throwing a mug at him really hard. So I don't know if
Yeah, have I seen people die in bar fights at the Salty Dog before?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good to know.
4
Yeah,
points of healing.
but you do see guards. There are. I mean, it's not taken lightly. Death is death. You've seen people hung for
Yeah.
killings inside the
4 points of
locomotive.
healing?
4 points of healing damage.
As much damage as you
Exactly he took.
You lay your hands, and even as you do so, you feel the last thready beats of his heart begin to fade, and your healing power courses through his body. You
Wow,
see,
that moonwort sure does do something, doesn't it?
Wonderful, thank you.
Yeah.
and
Thanks, Fauna. I'm kind of like leaned over his form, like
you-
ready to like pounce
you
back
feel
down
the
on
beat
him.
of his heart. It steadies.
I'm just gonna keep my hands on the wound and just say, stay there. It's okay.
Take it easy.
He looks up as people are standing around. The chaos begins to dull. Drake's hands over, and as the blood is pouring out, he looks up, and I will adjust the word, but you can guess what he says. Which stabbed me?
You should always drink the tea.
Okay.
Well, it seems like you're okay. You must be very strong. I'm like just staring down
he
at
looks
him,
up,
like
and even as Daisy was saying, if I have it correctly, oh my, someone's been stabbed. she has the blood prints from her hand all over her face. This was the hand that she literally stabbed him with. So you've dabbed the blood all over your face. The rest of the patrons, they immediately file out, as it is well known, this is exactly the kind of thing that will bring the attention of the guards. As Drake walks over, David, what happened?
I didn't get much of a chance to see it. They were playing a dice game, I believe. It looks like things went a little awry.
Look what you can look forward to at Blue Box Con. This is how
When
Liar's
I
Dice
host
is
Liar's
played.
Dice.
and they will get that intense.
Liar's Dice, there will be blood.
It's a guarantee.
It might have been Ganda. I don't know. I saw him running. I'm glad you took care of him.
Yeah, and you see there's a couple
Yeah, he
people
took
that are
all the
attending him over there. David, we're going to need to have her stay. The guards are going to want to question her.
They can question all of us. I'm fairly certain I saw Genda flip the table and angrily attack both Thuban and Horb, and then run off with gold.
I saw the same.
I did too.
You could tell he's looking a bit nervous, and he motions you over to walk away from the rest
Yeah,
of the group.
absolutely.
David, it won't look good, all of you. The armor, the big one, it'll look like the fight was picked. I'll vouch for you, you know it, but with all the deaths that have been here in the low quarter lately, there's likely to be an arrest made if they think it was like that.
Well, I think the right person should be arrested. I'm certain I know what I saw.
You do as you like. I've just given you my counsel, David.
We
And,
have two concerned citizens trying to heal a man from his dying state.
He lifts his hands to
Shouldn't
you,
have healed him.
and all right. So
Are the guards here yet?
Does Mila
I
hear
will.
you say that?
I will look over to. I will walk over to you two and say, "You might want to leave. Fast."
Well, we wouldn't have to if she wouldn't have used her healing powers on that guy.
No, I
We're
believe it
gonna have
was
this
you that
conversation
stabbed the man.
later.
Okay, we will.
And Dahlia will just like lean in.
Oh,
Please
there would be
leave.
nothing better that I would want to do. And
I hand you a like handkerchief as well, and I
Thank
just
you.
kind of.
Do not go to ill-equipped. Leave now.
Okay, David.
Drake, I will remain behind to act as a witness to what I saw. If you
Should I go?
require it. I think you can. There's no reason for you to stay behind. The guards will trust the word of a local businessman along with Drake.
Excellent.
All right. Drake, he kind of solemnly picks up the table.
Also,
Orbs.
before I leave, I look at Drake and I go, "Excellent arm, by the way," and then walk out and very game recognized game, very
nicely
strong
done.
nod.
And you do see Gander. He's back up, but he's walking with a huge limp. Were that mug any heavier, he would have been paralyzed. But the mug still only weighed a few ounces, could not break his spine despite the critical hit.
Can I grab my 9 gold from him?
And you walk over to get your gold.
Yeah.
Well, he's conscious, so Gander, what do? You see the you see the golden-eyed woman walk up to you in her
Dazed
armor,
on the ground.
and she holds out her hand, I guess.
Right.
Just a little, get some frozen peas on that back, just.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
Did Thobin run out with the gold? Who ran out with
No,
the gold?
Thubin is. I'll tell you what Thubin's doing. Thubin's still rolling around on the ground, just like.
Crying.
I thought somebody scooped it up and ran.
That was Gander.
That was
I just
Gander.
Got the
She
I got hit with the
got-
mug. Yeah.
Well, she got her gold back.
Can I
You
get
said the
Daisy's
9.
as well?
You said 9, right?
No, I mean, he wouldn't. If you were asking for gold, he only would have given you your gold.
So Daisy could ask for a gold.
Too late. He's already gone now. That was the moment. He's gone.
Darn.
He's out in the streets. So Mila comes
Darn.
back. She's pocketing her coin.
I'm just
Gander
gonna
try
hand
and-
over my
does
coin
Gander
to her
try
'cause
and
I forgot
leave?
to
Okay.
grab hers, so you get 9.
Oh,
What's that?
Gander tries to
we
leave.
need to get some.
Yeah. Gander stands up and Gander. Yes, Gander left.
If Gander tries to leave, David is going to try and stop him verbally.
Okay, so Gander was already outside the inn. So David, while the conversation's happening are you going to go outside? Because Gander, remember, he got through the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had run through the door.
Yeah, I
He
guess
was
I wouldn't
hit-
have noticed it.
Yeah, he was hit as he
Yeah.
was running.
It could be good that he leaves.
Now, Horb and Thubin, they're still in.
Yeah.
Thubin is still
In a state.
on the
I think
ground,
Eventually,
writhing.
when Steuben realizes that there's no one, everyone's leaving, I'll kind of start just hustling towards the door in a very impish kind of way.
No one stops him. Thubin has often most of his life he goes unnoticed and escapes out the door. So leaves only Horb, who sits staunchly. He's still looking down at his stomach, and he looks over occasionally at Mila.
Who I think has left
Mila's
the pool.
gone. Mila's left.
Oh, Mila's
She's
gone.
not
Okay,
staying.
so
I think
Mila
the
left.
ladies are gone.
Oh,
Everybody's
I'm supposed
gone.
to.
Yeah.
David and Drake are the only ones there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
If I could stay, I would get my gold.
The gold went out the door with
gone.
Gander.
Yeah.
See, he got all the gold.
I gave you your gold.
you
Well,
got-
no, hold on. No,
wait,
that would
some on the
no, that
ground.
would no. He was gathering coin in chaos. So let me see how much he got. He wouldn't have gotten it all. He got.
He flipped a table.
Oh, he was pretty good though. He left 8 pieces of gold of the 50 that were
do
there.
I see any on the ground as I walk out?
Well, let's see. Other patrons were trying to scrape some up.
Yeah, no, I was
so let's
stabbing.
see.
You were busy
You were
stabbing.
You were
There are
stabbing and
still.
looting.
You find there are 3 pieces of gold that slid underneath one of the other tables.
I go over and grab them.
Okay.
Before
All
I
right,
leave.
before
And then
you-
I
Don't
think
make
I
me roll
usher
for
the
that.
3 of us out, and I wrap my arms around both of them, and I'm like, let's go shopping. And I think I just start walking towards Etheldra's Woven Fates.
Okay, got it. So you're going to do the Woven Fates? I thought. Okay, all right.
Just to get out of public eye.
Okay, and are all of you going to Woven Fates? I know you had some other stuff that you had talked about doing as well. Did you want to do that later?
Well, I got
or-
to do it with him, I think.
No. Not the other thing.
Well, yes, I do. I need the
Not the other thing. The
both things.
No, not the.
Send a text message.
Yeah.
Send a text,
Well,
send a text.
I'm quicker to whisper it. But
I
I'll text
think
it to you.
Mila is feeling a lot of really heated things right now and is possibly. I think it depends. If Daisy's with us,
Okay, if
she
I-
is gonna go by herself.
I want to speak to Mila.
Oh, are we doing this
All right,
now? Okay.
and I look at both, like, you would feel Dahlia, like, slowly pull your heads closer, like, bicep to the back of your neck.
Dahlia, hold on. I just gotta say something.
Not here, not here.
And it's
We're gonna keep walking.
it's you know
Take a
it's
little heat
it's like the second hour of the evening, so it's dark, it's cold, but there is a good. It was just past half moon now, so it's waxing. The moon is, let's call it 3/5 full, and
I'm happy to hear what everyone has to say once we get a little bit further away from here. We just
all right.
need a little
So
bit of
as you're
distance
walking on the
before we
streets, you
have
said
our
you wanted to talk to
conversation.
Mila as you're walking.
That's
Well,
what we were
yes.
just addressing.
I just
Well,
want to
yeah.
make us like a block away.
Okay.
Just about. Or like,
Dahlia.
I don't know how close or far Eldris is.
Dahlia, it's just a shame that it happened that way. I did not lose one dice. I did not. I am a master of that game. I mean, it's such a shame it ended that way. Mila, I have something to say to you.
Hey,
What?
can you find a nice way
What
to
is
say
it?
Well, I'm just gonna say this. There's a lot of bad people around here. She can't go healing people we kill.
And you can't, go killing people!
He was gonna stab me, He grabbed me by my hair and put a dagger at me. It was self-defense, little lady.
That still does not mean we can go around murdering people in broad daylight in front of a crowd.
Mila, he was gonna stab me.
And you could have gotten arrested for his murder if he had died, which you would have if I didn't heal him.
My hair.
Oh, checkmate.
Understandable. Here's the thing.
He's stronger than me, I'm a little lady.
Trust me, I
One,
understand.
you're not a little lady. Don't sell yourself short. I thought we got over that in childhood. Enough of that. I don't want you selling yourself short anymore. Two,
I use it for purposes.
like immediately, like eyes low, like, yes. Second, you're not in this alone. I was heading that way to come and get you.
Well, how do
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
that?
let
I
you
can
get
defend myself, Dahlia. I don't always need you. I know how to kill people.
We clearly know that.
Yeah, I
we
know.
Can
See,
see
I'm
that.
good at it.
Yes, this is not a doubt of your
So
skills.
but I don't need me, Dahlia, thinking she has to come save everybody. I can deal with myself. And that guy had my hair.
Daisy, we are a team.
Oh, okay.
If he had not been stabbed, I was going to help you as well. There are other options than fighting. We don't have to always fight. If you
But
were
we
able
were
to get away, you could have escaped.
Mila,
and no
I
one could have
couldn't
gone
get
stabbed.
away. I could not
Additionally-
get away. I could not get away. What part of this are you not understanding? They started the fight.
Yes.
They flipped a table.
Yes.
Then this big old man grabbed my hair and took
Yes.
a dagger to me. I did not start that. I did not start that. That's what you
know.
need to realize.
I was there.
Then you need to realize it.
So she does.
Okay.
Now, can I ask
I
something?
am flustered.
Please take a deep
Do you
breath.
remember my first day in this city?
You hear
When we first
drunkards beginning to walk around already in the early evening.
Oh, these men need to
singing
get.
out in
They
the
need
back.
more tea around here.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean you continue. This is just background noise.
Do you remember the day that I stabbed Deke?
Yeah. Yeah, because he almost killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't start that fight.
Looking back on that, in hindsight, maybe stabbing another child.
Wilma's a bonny lost dandy.
That's a beautiful song, sir.
Like what just see?
What's
How
that?
close is he?
Oh, he's like 15 feet away, just kind of slumped over in one of the alleyways, so you can kind of hear his voice as you're approaching.
I'd take like a copper, flip it his way. Like, excellent song. And then keep walking.
He snatches the coin. Oh, she's solid and built like a rock.
Sure am. And
Oh,
just
she's
kind of
fussy and dandy.
power walking.
I love when she handles my coins.
Yep. Great. Thank you. Looking back on that moment, in hindsight, I probably could have punched him pretty good. I'm all here for you delivering retribution to people who deserve it. That man had you by the hair, and he was going to hurt you. To me, it's okay to respond violently. You're really strong. You're stronger than him. A solid punch.
I don't know.
He went down like a pile of flour.
I stabbed him under the ribs. He should go down.
Well, yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm stronger. It means I'm quicker and faster.
So you're better.
Yes, I'm just better.
Excellent.
Yes.
When we're in town,
I tried to teach some manners.
you tried. It didn't go well.
And
You
I
can
beat them at their own game.
You
so
can
they did not
still
like
show
that.
civility with
I
a punch
did.
or a slap instead of a stab.
Oh, I beg to differ. Not when he's wielding a knife.
Do you want
at
to go
me.
to jail?
He had a dagger. What? Am I speaking into the air?
No, you're not. But do you want to go to jail?
He had a dagger. A fist is not a match for a dagger. What? I know you
It's
know
our
this.
word against his word.
But he has daggers.
The guards might not see it that way.
I don't care. I had to defend myself. A fist is not gonna go against
That's
a
okay.
dagger.
But if you're better than him, it might.
No,
It's
but
okay.
I'm not gonna do. I am smarter. That's why I used a dagger.
Daisy.
He was gonna kill me.
Again, do you want to go to jail? You have to understand that could happen.
No, but when you're in the moment and somebody has your hand and they have a dagger at your side,
I'll know that I've got all of you in my corner.
you're over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
And you're a bruiser.
incredible.
Well, I'm faster with the dagger.
And with your fist.
No, dagger. Don't even
Daisy,
try.
I think you see Dahlia get like, you're watching her kind of like almost start to slip into that rage state. And then she like,
Yeah, she'll play. Mila will put a hand on her arm.
thank you. We have to stay in the city.
I know.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And we can't do what we need to do if we're in legal
Well, then we
proceedings.
should not go to the Salty Dog because
Okay, where do you wanna go?
I don't know, but not the Salty Dog. They just a bunch of drunkards who want to stab people, and they do not have civility.
Well, how about we not talk to drunkards at tables?
Well, it was a
Additionally.
lot of fun until they ruined it.
I bet it was a lot of fun.
It
looked like
was.
you guys
I
were
love
having
winning.
fun. That's good.
I was beating them at their own game.
That's
and
wonderful.
then they had to go and flip the table and try to stab a lady? I don't think so.
Fair.
Technically, he didn't try to stab you, but you don't know that.
He had a knife to her.
He did.
He did.
As far as
Knife.
she knows,
He grabbed
which
her.
I don't
Which
know.
is-
No,
Not a good
I'm just,
combo.
yeah.
I don't need that.
I don't need that right now.
Daisy, do you have a problem with me having healed him?
Yes.
You can't be mad at her if you are okay with her stabbing. She has to. You have to be okay with her healing.
Because I am not okay. She has too kind of a heart to deal with the depravity of this world.
What do you know about my heart, Daisy?
Daisy, you got a
great question.
half a +1 from Pat
Dahlia, like, gotta
for
take a
Daisy
step back
versus
at that,
Dahlia.
like,
Just like you, I can take care of myself. I have for the past 7 years.
You know what? I need to take a breather. I need to take a breather.
I've listened to you talk. You can listen to me talk.
Okay.
I cannot watch someone get stabbed and simply leave them. Especially if it means that you could get in trouble or arrested for doing so. It was a public event. It was a very public area. It was a very high possibility that you could die because you have done this.
But now he's gonna have his word against mine.
Now he isn't dead and there isn't a dead body pinned to your name.
Her eyes
gonna-
are like glowing golden in the darkness. It's a
Gonna
little
take
bit
handkerchief
unsettling.
And hand it to her.
Why are you giving
I'll
that
take
to
her
me?
hand and wipe the blood off of it.
Oh.
And her face.
That.
Yeah, she dabbed. You didn't realize it, but she's dabbing blood off your cheek.
Oh, just a little blood. That's all. I mean, okay, fine. You know what? I need a breather. I think I need to go for a walk. I'll be fine. I'm strong as a woman can be.
Please just be safe.
I will. Don't worry about me. Because I'm quick with my dagger.
where are you going to meet back with us? And please don't have a dead body pinned to you by the time that we see you again.
I just need to take it's a breath of fresh air.
That's wonderful. Can you
Where
tell
are you
me?
gonna be?
I'm going to the Woven Fates.
Okay,
I'm going
I'll-
to get myself a nice shirt.
I'll come to the Woven Fates. I'll come to
If
the
you need
Woven
alone time, I'm
Fates.
not going to front you for that.
Okay.
But I just want to know where you're going. I want you to be safe.
I'm gonna go to the docks.
Okay, Mom. Please don't go to the docks. we just we committed arson around the
Oh
docks
man,
by accident.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe would we know if there's like any green spaces or anything
yeah,
like that?
is there?
I mean, in the
Not
low,
in the low
quarter,
quarter,
yeah,
but-
the kind of green you find there is not the kind you want to hang around.
I mean, around Fauna Shop wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's there's little areas of you can rest. There are benches. Fauna does keep
I'm just
a
gonna
nicely
go find
curated.
a nice spot to just meditate.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of glance at Finley. Have I noticed that I can think at him, or do I have to
Oh
speak
yeah,
to him?
no, yeah.
I'm gonna kind of propose the idea of, should one of us go with her?
Takes a moment, and you feel that flush of sensations, and he communicates back to you in a little bit snippy voice, kind of with attitude. You can tell
This man
again
getting sassy these days.
the danger that you are perpetually surrounding yourself with, and he responds and says, "You should let them all go their own way, and we should go ours.
Finley, you know we can't do that.
You have the existential freedom to do exactly what you please."
The moment that we all came together, I felt it, and I think you felt it too, the wholeness that we felt. For 7 years we've been without them, and you felt the whole as well as me. And being with them,
I didn't feel anything, but I know they make you happy. And you feel like a resignation.
Oh, Bobby.
we can talk about this more later.
I would like to go back and rest.
Then we shall. I think Finley and I are gonna go retire, possibly enter a different way into well-equipped, unseen.
You're not going under, are you?
Probably not by myself. It's very
I was gonna
dangerous.
say, I would be a little sad. Also, we would have no way of getting into well-equipped, would we?
There's-
We wouldn't have a key or anything.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we go? You lowered us. We exited your house through a different way than we went in. When we went to the forest.
I think that was before I realized that things were
Different.
different then.
Got it.
So you would have
Got
just
it.
exited
Got
the.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then Mila will simply sit outside of well-equipped with her hood up and just kind of huddled.
Okay.
Look like a dark blob that people hopefully won't mess with. Dark purple blob, I guess.
I don't like that everyone's going in separate directions. I'm going to state that outright. And you just see like Dahlia make herself very big and very rigid. Just
All right, Dahlia heads to the Woven Fates. You're at well equipped. You're still back with
Still with the salty
Drake,
dog.
and you're off into the night.
Are there any stores open? I'm looking for something in particular.
Checks text messages. It's only early
Okay.
evening, so.
So you just role play that however you want it. That'll be fine. Like
So I'll wander through the streets looking for something.
when you right as you're walking off, just come back to well equipped tonight.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I will. I just gotta take a breather.
Understand?
I need to collect my thoughts. Because today it did not go as planned. That's for sure.
That's for sure. All right. See you well equipped and Dahlia. I think you watch. I walk into an alleyway and I just punch bricks really quick. And then I'm going to the store. And then just anyway, continue, Jenny. Sorry.
So I wander through the streets. I have something in mind. And I'm just looking into the store windows.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, most of the stores have limited glass, of course. Glass is very expensive and not found in abundance in the low quarter, but you
they-
do find a couple. And what you're looking for You know, there are not stores really of that nature. Those things are typically like crafted or made.
Maybe do that.
But you do know, like, if you wanted to look in some windows and what of houses, you might be able to find someone that has one, but there wouldn't be a store of that kind.
Okay, well, I'll look until I find one that I want to buy.
Okay, I think with it, well. All right, for sake of time, I'll let you role play that. I'll let you do that. We won't role play it. You stop. You find a family that's sitting outside on their porch. A poor family. They've got a little boy that's playing out in the street, and he's got a toy wooden sword. And you come over and you talk with them for a moment. You offer them a full piece of silver, which their eyes go wide at. And they gladly for the parents, somewhat sorrowfully for the little boy, hand you the wooden sword.
Okay. And then I go, oh, I'm still going.
Okay, hold on. Okay, as you head back to the well-equipped,
Why are you doing this to me, John?
you do note it's kind of disconcerting to be alone in the city, and you're coming back the other way, and you see him there. My Wilma, she's quite a bonny lass. I love to see her walk and grab her hands and and in a few moments you find yourself in front of the well-equipped, but you note there's something looks to be jammed under the door.
Oh no.
Can I look around to see if anyone's watching?
What's your perception?
Like my
Yeah, your
plus,
raw.
I think it's 10. Yeah. Plus 10 with Finley.
Finley sniffs. You look around, neither one of you sense anything in the vicinity.
Then I'm gonna get low and try to look at it first before I touch it. Does it look like a note? Does it look like an object?
You get closer to the door, and we're gonna go to Click. Click. David, sorry, David. Thank you. Yeah, that is helpful for me because I will get it mixed up.
Oh, we've got 3 D names, and
Yeah.
I have 2 names.
Multiple
and she has
identities.
2 names.
Not to mention Cade in the mix.
All right. So you're standing in, and after a few minutes, you do see 2 bored-looking town guard, coming into the salty dog is, yeah, exactly. No surprise to them, and
I'll wave Drake and give him like a nod, like I've got this covered, and walk towards them as they come in.
all right. Do a knowledge local.
Knowledge local.
Local.
10 total.
You don't know either one of these guards,
Okay.
which surprises you. You know quite a few of the guards, here
Especially
in
the ones
town.
that sit around the low quarter.
Yeah, low quarter. But you notice they've also been rotating shifts of late. Of the 2, both are middling height and look to be in their early adult years, older than you, but not middle aged. One of the 2 scratches at a scraggly looking beard, pock marks on his cheeks, and he says, "All right then, what happened here?"
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Drake
evening.
Well, I haven't gotten much of a chance to go outside. I've been waiting.
You see, as you're talking, they're kind of surveying and looking.
Drake told me I could speak on behalf as a witness for what occurred. I was watching a game of dice. One of them.
Horb stands up. "She stabbed me!"
Horb, you were a bit deep in your cups. Sorry. I was sitting at the fireplace, admiring their game from a distance. I like to people watch. Do you know Gander? I'm talking about guards.
Gander. You mean Gander crime?
He was...
What would we have seen him here?
was a... Oh, no, not Gander crime. Gander, I don't know his last name.
Yawn.
I don't actually know if David would know his last name either, and I feel like
I mean,
want
if
to
he
put it
was
that way.
in the...
I've seen him around the graveyard sometimes.
Uh,
Doesn't seem like the most upright gentleman.
Oh, yes. I know who you're speaking of.
He got a bit upset at losing a number of his dice rather quickly, flipped the table, began pummeling one of his friends, and I imagine...
Orb says, all of that's true, and I had nothing to do with it, and she stabbed me.
I have genuinely no clue who he is talking about. Like I said, he was a bit deep in his cups.
Blonde, Daisy, made sure I knew her name.
Like I said, Ganda stabbed him and ran off with all the coin. As much as he could get his hands on.
You're going to make a diplomacy check, and now we're going to go to you.
I'm so stressed.
As you're walking...
Will Drake verify the things that I've said?
We'll get to that in a second.
Your actions have consequences.
As you're walking down the street, there is a feeling
I had written down that I had 3.
you've had before.
Oh, I hate that. 'cause we haven't made rolls in a while.
The sense of being watched. You do kind of make yourself large, and you keep walking. Roll d20, please. Just give me your raw roll.
Don't make me roll, John.
Don't make me roll.
That's a 14
Okay.
plus
14.
maybe something. Who knows?
You see, as you're walking, there's movement that catches your eye. You notice now as you're walking, there's nobody on the streets here at this part. It's like it's cleared. And you
How far back behind me is it cleared?
you turn around and you look behind you, and you don't see anything all the way back to the drunk. It's empty behind you, and it's empty before you.
How far away is that drunk?
You'd guess he's probably about a quarter mile back.
Shoot. How far away am I from Etheldris?
You can see it. You can see the lights in her window. It's probably 400 yards up.
Where did I see that movement from?
Alleyway just up and to your right. It was a flutter of cloth, like a cloak.
Oh,
or
up
something.
ahead of
Up
me.
to your right. Huh?
I'm gonna just like turn, go back.
All right. As you turn,
No. Please no.
you turn around and you feel something bite your arm. You look down, and there's a dart sticking out of your arm.
Oh no.
I need you to roll a d20, please, and add your fortitude bonus.
Which is going to be very good for you.
Well, I don't know. None of my bonuses are super good.
Yeah, but
Oh, we'll see.
Fortitude should be your
That's a
best.
+4. Should I add any of my pluses to
Yeah!
that? Yeah. I think I have a
I believe.
Oh, a 4? Okay.
Because someone gave you 2 more. So you
Okay,
could
yeah,
round
I'll
up.
use all 4.
Okay.
Now
I'm
at
gonna
0,
throw up.
and, You'll be fine.
16 on the dice
fine.
plus 4 plus another 4.
So 24.
24.
Ooh.
You immediately feel a sense of drowsiness. You're fighting. You take a halting step, but it's difficult to keep your consciousness. What do you do?
I mean, I think I would grab for that like smelling salt if I'm feeling like woozy and just like press it into my nose as hard as I can and just breathe heavy.
All right, you reach in. Your fingers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. While still trying to make it backwards as fast as I
you're
can.
walking. Your fingers are thick, and it's difficult. You pull it out.
Thick.
Love that description.
Not the good kind.
No.
Thunk! You feel another bite in the back of your right arm.
Come on. I
Roll
think you like
again.
audibly hear her say like as she's like picks the first one out and pockets it and just puts it in her bag. That one's a 14 on the die plus 4, 18.
Ooh. Come on. Come on.
18 total.
Yeah. I got no pluses anymore, John. I used them
Please
all.
don't kill us all.
As you're holding it up, the last thought you have,
Oh no.
it reminds you, you this herb. Man, you're conscious as you begin dropping. Final words, thoughts, or actions as you're falling unconscious.
As I'm falling unconscious, I like think I like hit the ground and I like turn my face to try and see like if anyone's approaching, and I just like turn my head and kind of say, "You're such a coward." And then, like,
Yes!
couldn't even fight me like a man. And then just kind of like blissfully sort of fall.
As you're falling to the ground, you kind of look over, you mumble those words out, and you see two men. They're covered heavily in cloaks, but the last thought you have is nice, shiny boots. Very nice boots. And you lapse into unconsciousness. David, what was your roll?
Bye, everyone.
My total was 19.
19. Okay.
Pretty good.
So as you're talking with them, you're sort of telling your story, and
Occasionally looking over to Drake to give nods.
Drake walks over. He says, "Boys, I know you're new here, but this is David. David's known well around our parts. He's
Stop
a
it.
good man.
Thank you.
His word can be trusted. I didn't see what happened. She stabbed me is what happened. It may be as he said, but I didn't see it. And I would trust David with my life."
Thank you.
With that, the two guards, they kind of look, they talk with each other for a moment, and they look over at Horb, and his face is flushed with purple. He's brandishing the blood on his shirt as evidence, and the one guard looks at him and says, "Maybe you should be more careful and not let women stab you in the stomach then."
It's just a bit of a drunk, sad victim, I guess.
Seems like it.
Thank you.
Don't let it happen again, though.
That's on Drake, not on me, but I'll do my best to assist.
All right, then.
And if you ever need good leathers or repair on yours, come to Well Equipped.
Well enough, then. You give discounts for guards?
Potentially,
All right.
if you come in nicely.
Well, good to meet you, David. Make sure you're friends. Stabbing, even in the salty dog, it's not a good idea. Drake, just another night, eh? And they turn. Horeb glares at Click. And then he just turns and he stalks out, slams the door behind him. What do you do?
I'm going to leave, and
Well, quite the evening, David. That's cost me some coin tonight.
I'll make up for it. You know, I'm good at bringing in business. They love the songs.
That you are. We'll need a new one.
I'll work on it. I've got a couple ideas already.
When you DM tests, you write more music.
I know, right? I've put myself in a...
Brutal.
Oh, Toriano, I didn't see that. Thank you, Dahlia. You got +2 earlier.
I did. Thank
Or
you.
+1, another +1, rather.
I'm at the front door and I turn and look to Drake. Times are getting crazier and crazier here in the low quarter.
That's for certain.
It's beginning to feel like during the Gog Thief Wars again. Streets are filling up.
Something's amiss.
You know those yellow knives you saw in here?
Yeah. Warlock and Rhymy.
They come along often.
Every once in a while. Yeah. But they did seem to be watching you quite a bit.
Keep eyes on them. I think they might be coming for my business.
All right. I will.
Keep me updated. And I'll do the same for you.
Be careful, David.
You as well. And I'm going to exit and, knowing that these people are somewhere out on the streets, but not knowing where, I'm not going to beeline for Well Equipped. I'm going to take my lazy route around the low quarter.
Okay.
My sightseeing route. Trying to catch eyes, but not being obvious.
All right.
Do you see a large woman being pulled into an alley? Just for chance. You know, by just happenstance.
As you lean over, You see, actually, yes, it is. It's a note that is stuffed underneath the door.
Does it look familiar in type of parchment to Akums by chance?
I'm gonna throw up.
I mean, you'd have to pull it out from underneath the door to tell that. It just looks like paper from this
I'm gonna
point.
die.
I'm gonna take one more glance around to make sure no one's like coming up behind me, and I'm gonna quickly like try to unjam it
Hates my guts.
and kind of read it with my back to the building.
Yeah.
So that I can watch in front, because I don't know who left this here, and I don't trust it.
Okay. All right, then as you do that, there
Seamus and this
you pull out, and I don't normally have this many of these. It's just been the nature of a lot of written.
So if you want another song, you got to keep bringing those to the table.
Yeah.
you pull a sheet of paper that's been tucked underneath the door,
What you did.
Oh no.
I'm a powerful mage. So
and you can read it aloud, and I'll also pull it up here for the
I have
chatters.
the same notes.
Okay, good.
Mayor's Council. Are you gonna read it aloud?
Hold on. Let her process.
I wanna know
Let
what
her
it says.
cook. Let her cook.
Let her cook.
Oh, it's a note from Jonas.
Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate that.
Kurt, how dare you? No, Moose. Stop. Kurt's character.
Oh, good. I was like, I was thinking Jameis, and I was like, what?
Oh, it's really good. Will
So
read
you
it
go ahead and read it out
please?
loud.
Dahlia, I found your letter, and I appreciate the kind words. They have offered some comfort in this very dark time. I'm not the best at expressing my feelings, but do apologize to Click. I threatened his life when he was only trying to be logical. I'm not good with people on the best of days. I found myself losing track of time more and more, so I again apologize for the lateness of payment for the services rendered.
Yep.
Check bushes. I hope that these will aid you in the trial ahead. If you are even in need of me, if you're ever in need of me, you know where to find me. Your friend, Jonas.
Aww.
P.S. Funny. That's the first time I've ever written that. Friend.
Aww. Thanks, Kurt. You're the worst.
Thank you. Mwah, mwah.
Into her book, into a very safe place that she keeps on her.
It's okay.
To
I'll
give
give it tonight.
Yeah, I'll just give it to Dahlia later.
Are you
yeah.
gonna check the bushes?
Yeah, absolutely. She checks the bushes.
Yes.
All right, as you go over to the bushes, you find there is a small brown cloth satchel. As you pick it up, it clinks. You can tell there are bottles of some kind inside.
I do still have one healing potion that he gave me that night, by the
we
way.
have 3
Okay.
I need to write
Can
that down,
I
actually.
start detecting magic on them?
All right, as you concentrate for a moment, you just hear Finley, his voice in your head. Be careful. He was very suspect.
There?
He's just that good.
Finley just doesn't like other people.
Finley likes one person and kind of likes the other. That's it.
And enough to give
All
me
right,
one
so
hug.
you make your way to the docks.
No, you.
No?
I said I
gonna be a
wanted to do
real-
more.
Oh, okay. All right. Did you text me? Okay. All right. Where are you going then?
I wanted to find a dress shop,
Okay.
I love it.
and I wanted to go to Fauna's and get flowers.
Well, this time of night, those are all going to be closed.
Then I look in a shop and see if there's a dress, and I break in.
Why?
Sneaky sneak.
You have
And
money.
then, I know, but they're closed.
Ah, so.
And I'm gonna leave
you
a
need dress
gold.
now.
Yes, and I'm gonna leave a gold. Don't make me roll. Just let me do it.
All right.
That's not how this game works.
It is not, but I know what she's doing for the sake of this and for the role play. We will assume through some manner you are able to procure a plain but nice dress. Take one piece of gold from your inventory. We won't get into the
I
details
don't. I need
of
to.
how
I
you
need
get
to.
it.
Oh, I had 9. Okay.
That is the best and nicest thing a DM has ever said.
Wow, yeah.
No consequences for our actions. In this moment, I will take it.
So you have that.
Back to you.
Okay.
I
So
don't
I'm
have
gonna
it.
go. While I'm in the shop, I'm gonna be very quiet, and I'm going to carve into the sword and I'm going to sew gold pieces into the dress.
Whoa.
Okay.
5 gold pieces.
Okay,
Okay.
Shakira.
So I
Honestly, with the hair, yeah.
It's pretty good.
hey, my hips don't lie.
I've lost the stream. I've just lost it.
So I do all that, and I find some paper in there, and I wrap the dress,
Okay.
and then I sneak in the shadows down to the docks, and I go over and I place the package with the toy sword and the flowers on Sammy's doorstep, and then I sneak back to the where I was supposed to go.
Okay.
That's very sweet.
All right. You,
Nothing for Talik, only for Allie and Sammy.
okay. So you place the package, and as you do so,
Well,
you do see
Riches.
they have a
edgies.
very thick, badly distorted piece of glass that lets a little bit of light in. You peer through it, and through the bubbles and the warping in the glass, you do see it looks like Talik is passed out on the bed, still clutching one hand over his crotch. And you see Sammy is there in Allie's arms, and she's just caressing his hair. And as you look around, it is squalor. They have so little inside there. There's just a bit of food, a small sack of grain that's poured over, and you can see it looks like it is piteous as you look upon it. And you walk out into the night knowing that what you have just provided is more than they would see in quite some time.
I knock on the door, ding, and then I run.
Okay.
A real ding dong ditch.
Yeah, all right.
There's also a
daisy
flaming
ditch.
bag of dog crap.
A daisy ditch.
Get in here.
That's cute.
We've heard ditch, we've heard witch. There's a lot of names.
Yeah, ditch witch. We've
You
not
never-
heard the one that Horb actually said.
No.
All right, so which wouldn't be appropriate in International Women's Month anyway, right?
No.
Next month, though.
Next month it's game on.
Waiting for midnight.
Midnight.
Our month. It's
All right.
Why is Blue Box live?
Now we can cuss. Gosh.
All right, so in a few moments, as the night gets deeper, you're inside. You definitely detect magic on the bag. As you open it up, you see inside the bag, there are, I believe, let me double check here again. I believe there are 3 potions.
Potions.
And let's
love a
see.
good potion.
Yes, you find, actually, no, there are 5 potions inside the bag.
Oh my gosh.
There are 5 clear small vials. There is 1 vial that has coruscating colors that just seem to move inside the vial
word.
as you look at it. And then you see another vial which has a bright lavender fluid in it.
Let me
how does
drink
detect
it.
magic work in this? Do I know what they do?
So if you concentrate longer, you can detect types of magic on potions. No, I'm going to say you would need to identify.
Fair.
They have tags
Yeah,
on them or
now
something?
with the tag.
Did he tag them?
No,
Yeah.
He
but
might have.
what's that? No, but actually, you know what?
He
Because
probably
the
would've.
one that he gave us actually did have a tag
Kurt
on
would
it.
have done
He
that.
wouldn't want us drinking mystery potion.
Yeah. No, that's very fair. He would have done that.
The only reason why I say that is the physical prop
Yeah,
had a
and
tag
these
on
were
it.
provided by an alchemist
You're right.
who absolutely would know that you. So 3 of them are potions of healing.
That's the clear.
The clear is like a cure light. 1 is a disguise self, and 1 is a comprehend language. The coruscating colors
that's
are
great.
disguised self. You know, they're changing constantly.
Totally tagged.
Oh my god.
Totally tagged. Soon, Click,
Wow.
or David wanders back to the door.
So my walk around town caught no eyes
No,
on
you-
any of these guys.
You see Daisy in a shop window.
You see Daisy shop.
She'd be at the
it's
docks
a
at
small
this
town.
point,
Yeah, no. No, but
Carving in a sword.
you do, for about midway through your trip, you have the sense that maybe you've got a bit of a tail. But as you look back, you don't see anything, and you keep an eye out for it later, and there's no further sign of it. So you're not sure.
Where was that?
It was about halfway from the Salty Dog to Well Equipped as you were kind of making your roundabout. So that would have put you, assuming just a typical route, it would have put you, near Eric's stuffer shop, coming back around that way.
Okay. I will show up at Well Equipped and, open the door as usual business and walk inside.
A gift from Jonas, the friend that you all made.
Oh, nice. Did I leave the door unlocked?
No, I don't think
broke
you
in.
were.
I hope you don't mind.
I do. It's fine.
I didn't really want to sit outside for the rest of the evening. I didn't know how long you all were gonna take.
I was able to cover, I believe, rather well for the gods for Daisy, so no one should be on her tail. But what did Jonas give us?
She'll give the letter, and explain the clear vials or potions of healing, disguise self. And
Oh, good. I also
messages.
actually have one of those as well, and I'll set a 4th potion of healing right next to that.
We have 2 more from Fauna.
And we also have 2 potions of healing from Fauna,
I think we already passed those out though.
Yeah, we
people that
passed
have
those
it
out.
have it.
Yeah.
which I think is just you 2, right?
If you have
Yes.
it, you
Or,
have
well,
it.
no,
And
one
if you
got
don't,
drunk by
you don't.
you, right?
We had 3. One was
Yeah.
drunk by me. One is Daisy's that
Yeah.
she didn't use, and
Yeah.
one is Dahlia's.
Yeah.
I am going to take that back, though. I'm just going to
Yes,
hold on.
that's very
one
I just wanted
understandable.
our stock to
I'm
be
gonna keep
made
it.
aware.
Also, I'm just going to. We can let them know.
Did
that
the 3 of
I
you not stay together?
will. No, we did not.
Okay. Do you know where the other 2 went?
Dahlia went to Etheldra's.
I didn't see her. I passed Etheldra's. I made my rounds, trying to find you all.
Okay. I don't know where Daisy went. Daisy didn't say. We had a bit of a conversation. I didn't want to press it.
So we're missing Daisy and Dahlia, and we were last made aware at the Salty Dog that someone was looking for a tall red head.
Which is exactly like Dahlia. Yep. We should go look. And she's
Dad's
immediately
mad.
gonna
Oh, no.
Get up and.
Can you give me a moment?
Yes, of course.
I need to go, I'll be back, actually. I'll exit through another way. Feel free to leave.
Wait. Feel free to leave.
Would you like to meet back up?
Feel free to leave
outside
at any
your
time.
shop?
Meet near Etheldra's.
Etheldra's.
What's Etheldra's called?
Woven Fates.
The
Woven
Woven
Fates.
Fates.
Okay.
And so David is going to go downstairs to the Click Cave.
Click Cave!
That's not official. I'm not calling it that, but it's for chat. And he's gonna change his clothes, go through the sewers, and make his way through an exit that he knows gets him closer to Woven Fates, and he will make his way there.
And Mila will leave a note, kind of in the same place that previous note was, in case Daisy comes back, saying where David
Well, I'm on my way to Woven Fates.
Yeah.
is off to.
Because that's
She's
where-
still leaving it,
Yeah.
Okay.
just in
Alright.
case. You never know, because she doesn't know.
All right. Then,
I don't like this.
as Daisy makes her way back from the docks, a warm feeling in her heart, knowing that, well, she may have shed a little bit of blood this evening.
But
She-
for a good purpose.
she did a kindness, and one that she knows made a difference. And your step is light as you return to Well Equipped. Mila.
No, I'm going to Woven Fates.
Yeah.
I'm supposed
Oh.
to meet her
Yeah.
there.
Oh, okay. As you head to Woven Fates.
You'd stop by and you see the note anyway, probably, if it's passed.
Wait,
No.
what?
Is well equipped, like here, and
I
then
wouldn't
Woven
have
Fates is
stopped.
further
I
down
don't
the
think I
road.
would have stopped at Well
Okay.
Equipped because I had a purpose to go. I
True.
was supposed to meet you.
Yeah. All right.
Semantics. All good.
As Mila and Daisy head to the Woven Fates on the streets above, Click makes his way quickly through the sewers beneath, even as Dahlia's body is carried
Oh no.
somewhere no one knows.
Why would you do this?
and we're going to go to our one and only break. We do have a fantastic giveaway today,
Huzzah.
a Troll Lords Games gift card, our great sponsor. We're going to do that today after the break. I want to say thank you to the Mad Chatters for the bits and subs. Thank you for those that have followed us today. And if you're watching this stream right now and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower who has not subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired and you have not resubbed despite the amazing cosplay of these players, we have one question for you today. What are you doing? Blue Box will be right back.
What are you doing?
Grab your coffee, grab your water. We'll be right back.
Wait, try it again.
Short break.
Whew, those ears make my ears hurt.
I am very worried and I feel really bad. John, was I supposed to say no to Finley? Was I supposed to say no when he said he wants to go back and rest?
I'm not telling you anything you're supposed to
I
do.
regret my decisions. I regret all of my decisions so terribly.
What could
Oh my
possibly
gosh.
go
I
wrong?
regret everything. Okay.
It's all right. I think I know. I think I know who
Maybe
I'm with,
we'll
but I'm not
learn
scared.
Abram's lesson eventually.
I'm not scared.
Given our track record, I don't know though. Wearing a cape is just so fun. Just be traumatic.
The drama.
Thank you, Mad Chatters. Oh, thank you, Kurt. I love the story. I love your elements added to the story. I love the role play in the story. I think it's all been super, super fun. Oh, you guys could hear us up in the kitchen laughing? Wow, these mics are very sensitive. Yeah, I believe he did, Toriano, or maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. Hey, Mike, good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Quit talking about John. You guys are, you're not going to want to miss this next part. I don't know what to expect in terms of how this is going to be received by the players, in particular, Cameron. It's not good. T-shirts in the store. Okay, good point. Yes, I don't have I have polos and I have tank tops. I need T-shirts. You're right, Bill. I'll do that. Bill, did you see the use of your Coliseum, your combat Coliseum in my Lore Masters Arcanum intro video? It's super cool. Mike, your overgord's in that as well. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
One girl called him Drab and he's held on to it forever. What a sad life.
Contacts for the cosplay episode have been ordered. Manda, very nice. Manda's good at.
I did. It was crazy lenses.
Yeah, you haven't seen it, Mike? Okay, well,
I figured it out during session.
Wednesday, maybe I'll play it at the end of this, but I don't want to overplay it. But definitely Wednesday I'll be playing because it is the Lore Master intro, and there's a really cool part of the intro that's got the overgord in it. It's real quick, but it looks awesome. All right, we're back. Let's go live on video. Here we go.
Back at it again.
I think Starbucks started doing that again, and she was like, yeah, let me get this. That's pretty cool. That's really nice.
All right, so we're back here at Blue Box. Let's take care of a couple of quick announcements, and then we'll jump right back into the game. We have just a little less than an hour and some interesting developments. So first of all, reminder, on Wednesday, we have Throw Dice Like a Girl. This is the show that has been 3 months in the planning. It's going to be at 7 p.m., so an unusual time for us on the 22nd, and it will feature these 6 amazing women. You have Courtney, figuratively speaking minis, Manda, you know her as Mystical Unicorn, our amazing mod admin, and she who must be obeyed here at Blue Box. True. We have Rachel, who still loves people and plays Mila, the cosplayer extraordinaire, video gamer, and she's going to bring a lot of that video gaming perspective to the discussion.
Video game heat.
We have Cameron playing Dahlia today in the awesome cosplay, and she was absolutely stellar as Thuban today. Fantastic role play. And then
I really made myself laugh with that, which is embarrassing.
Laugh is an understatement.
Yeah, no, it was more than laughter.
Yeah.
We died.
I did physically cry.
Yeah. We have Meg, who is Biscotti Hottie. She will be with us, and Ashlyn, Dollar Store DM. So we'll have cosplay perspective, DM, role players all, and then also the terrain creation, mini painting, all of it. And then the following week, we're going to be joined by these two guys.
We have set of men. Really. Don's the best.
Don, Mad Wizard, maker of Tales Tavern, creator of Tales Tavern, all around good guy. He'll be here at Blue Box Con as well.
And John's the best.
And then John Fuller, Demon Gund. He drives part of our Tailspire implementation on Tuesdays. Tremendous creator. He's going to be part of Greyhawk Awakening Book 3. And he and I have talked. He won't be a regular PC, but he'll be a part, and he is really, really fun. So you're going to want to catch that on the 29th. And then there are only 2 remaining episodes of Greyhawk Awakening Book 1 Interlude before Book 1 goes back on ice, and they will be the final 2 times you can watch Vivi role-playing here on Blue Box until several months from now, so you're not going to want to miss those. So a lot of stuff going on here at Blue Box, and of course this week is GaryCon, and you got a lot of cool stuff happening at GaryCon. Many people in the community are going to be there. I know Rob's going to be there. I know that Jay has got some streams he's going to be running from there. We'll post a lot of that stuff in our Discord so you can check it all out. And the giveaway today, let me just double check here and make sure it's ready. Go ahead and type #BlueBoxRPG, #BlueBoxRPG. This will be for a Trollord Games gift card. We are playing in the world of Aihrde, so it makes sense to give away a gift card to Troll. And let me make sure it's working. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, hold on. It stopped. It's not working. You're gonna have to type it again. Let me refresh it. That's why I checked it, because I set it up like 2 hours ago, and sometimes it doesn't stick. Hold on.
If I do it, then all my makeup's gonna go everywhere.
Tough.
Okay. All right. Type it again, please. BlueBoxRPG. #BlueBoxRPG. Everybody that typed it has to type it again. All right. It's working now.
Like this.
Got it. All right.
Cry naturally.
So you are entered in the giveaway if you have typed your name in there. And
We can.
yeah, that's it. Just like they did. #BlueBoxRPG. Yeah, GaryCon comes up. So it comes up this coming weekend. There's going to be, I think, there's a couple pre-streams on Thursday and Friday this week, and then I think all the main stuff kicks off next weekend. But there are people in the chat that can tell you more about it. I won't be there this year, but I have committed to going next year. I think next year is the big. It's the 50th anniversary one, I think, next year. It's going to be a 2-weeker.
cool.
Yeah, and I'll definitely be there for that.
You're gonna abandon us now?
Hey Jay, what's that?
You're gonna
Yeah, I'm
abandon
gonna for a little bit, yes. Or maybe I'll just bring you all with me.
Okay.
We'll play Tears of Aihrde at GaryCon.
I won't be at school anymore, so that's
Streams on Wednesday through Sunday. Okay, Jay, thank you for that. Yeah, so it's gonna be a busy week.
Oh, it's fine. I don't need it.
I was worried that you would need it.
And I was ready to start, and my players just left.
Yeah, they all.
Where'd my players go?
Rachel's
Anyway, so,
contacts
like,
were getting
how's
far
everybody
too.
doing?
Oh, we're handling Rachel's all right, well then, since we're doing that, I'll play. Oh no, is she coming back in? Okay,
Yeah,
then, well,
and
all right.
yes, they should be here.
So,
in
like,
a second.
how are you guys?
So,
like-
how you doing?
You come here often?
How you doing?
Hopefully every Sunday. How you
If
doing?
you're not coming here often,
If
you
you'll
can.
illustration.
We've got lots of cool programming.
Yes, Blue Box goes to GaryCon next year. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I hear you, MPL.
Where is it physically?
All right.
Nice.
She's got her eyeballs in her hands.
The horror.
Nice.
Okay.
Don't cry.
Suck it
I'm
in.
back together now.
Well, no, it's just, you're worried for Dahlia.
Oh my gosh.
And this
crying.
is
It's just been so hard.
It's been 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours.
Okay, so
I don't know.
let's,
I made a mistake by leaving.
let's go ahead. We'll jump back into it because
Yes.
you guys would get there
I like
before.
your politeness. So you left the one who had people looking out for her by herself.
Well, it's just you all left each other by yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and resume. And
Yeah, I don't really need it. She does, but I'll use it anyways. That's why I was trying to point it out to her, but I'll use it. I'll steal it.
We appreciate you guys for
Yeah.
with
Sticking with us.
Our...
You're heroes.
Did you know that we love you? Did you know? Now you do.
In case you forgot.
When I was in the sewers, I'm definitely keeping ears and eyes out, but I always am. So,
sure.
especially knowing that Dahlia might be missing, and that the sewers are a place that people like to move people through.
Yeah.
You just see 2 guys.
So yeah.
What is you here?
Oh my gosh.
You make your way. You make your way through the sewers. You know them so well by now. You have no problem. You don't see really any sign of people unless you actually go to the places where you know their hangouts. You know, of course, where the gogs are.
Yeah.
You know of a couple of other locations where people hang out, but these just traveling here at this time of night, there are no workers.
Yeah.
You don't see anyone. As you get to the place, you push open the grate and you come up. You can see you're just about 30 yards from the front of Woven Fates. It's already closed for the night,
Yeah.
But you can see Etheldra has a light on upstairs, and you see that they're already, or not yet, you see Mila. You turn, you look, and you can see her about 400 yards down the road walking toward the Woven Fates. You made quicker time than she
And
did.
I don't see Daisy at all either.
You don't see Daisy.
I'm just gonna give a real quick pass by the back of Woven Fates. Just looking around, making sure that everything's hunky dory.
While walking, Mila would keep her head on a swivel looking for Dahlia in case we are just happening to pass by.
Okay. So as you get there, you don't notice anything unusual, and you definitely notice that there is no sign of commerce happening. There is no sign of Dahlia here.
Then I am going to hang at the corner of one of the alleyways by the side of it, waiting for Mila to show up and notice.
Do I see him go into the alley, or am I just going?
I don't think I ever would have made visibility on the street, so probably not.
So no. So you walk up to the door of the Woven Fates. You see the tapestry that she has dangling from the second floor. You can see Aihrde's shadow moving. She's upstairs, probably getting ready for bed for the evening.
If I squint, is it Dahlia or is it for sure Aihrde?
Yeah, I mean,
Dahlia's
Shadow's
having a sleepover.
way too small for Dahlia. Even if for some reason she should happen to be upstairs right now in Aihrde's bedroom.
You never know. You never know. Hey,
I'm not passing judgment.
Listen.
I'm not passing judgment.
You hear a from down the alleyway.
she like visibly jumps and turns. You're very sneaky.
Thanks.
You gotta stop complimenting this guy.
I don't see her.
I didn't either.
Looking around, is there a Daisy anywhere?
You don't see any sign of Daisy, and you definitely don't see any sign of Dahlia.
Would I have made a crater when I fell?
Oh, I think I messed up.
That's fine. We live and we learn. We'll find her. When I was back leaving Salty Dog, headed toward the Well-Equipped, I felt like I was being tailed somewhere. Be a good spot to check.
Who?
Don't know. Just thought I saw somebody. They escaped my vision. I didn't want to put on any airs, so I kept walking.
Okay. Well, maybe we could just take a look around, look through a couple alleyways. Maybe she, I don't know,
Passed out?
and is helping someone. She's kind.
I mean, that's a good thought, but we were literally told that someone's looking for her.
She curses, and she starts to walk and look for.
It's possibly some of those kids we met when we were...
But how could they just? They couldn't take her. She's massive.
When you get access to certain things, you can make... I made a grown man pass out in that building.
Well-
That was 7 years ago, and I was much smaller then. Come on.
Sorry, I'm just
Let's-
trying to.
As you're talking, you see Dahlia
Convince
come
myself.
walking out.
Dahlia?
Sorry. Sorry.
Mystery song!
Or Daisy.
Like Randy Vacha when
Okay, all
Savage.
right.
I'm
I just
working on
walk
my
out.
sneak
Just...
skills, so I'm not going to
Okay, go ahead. Roll stuff.
Ooh, and I
Can I roll
stealth.
perception?
Yes.
We
go
are
ahead,
actively
roll.
looking for Daisy.
You aren't
so-
actively looking. It'd be passive.
Oh, 3. Gosh, man, I've really got to
God.
improve my ninja skills.
You're singing a theme song as you're like creeping.
as Daisy is as you're sneaking up,
You look over my shoulder.
the excitement of the sneaking and the memory of what you just did, you accidentally let out a little giggle, and so your eyes over and you see Daisy hunched over in the shadows, and she kind of giggles to herself.
This woman with beautiful blonde hair, a ball gown, sneaking around in the street, just.
Knock, knock.
Hi.
Do you have Dahlia with you by chance?
She's not here?
No.
Well, she should have been.
Yeah,
Yep, she should
agreed.
have been.
That's
Shouldn't
not
have left
good.
her. No shoulds, no shouldn'ts. I'm gonna look around. She couldn't have gone
Yeah,
without a
why'd
fight.
you leave her? I thought you both were supposed to go to Woven Fates.
You feel in your
didn't go
mind.
with her?
I'm sorry, Mila.
No, it's not your fault, is what she says in her head. I made a decision not to. It is truly my fault.
Well, it is a night of not good decisions. All right, well.
I'm going to let that pass.
You just equivocated attempted murder? That's awesome.
to not hanging out with your friend
That's
when she wanted
awesome.
to go
Wow, well
shopping.
played.
Hey, Daisy. Keep it smooth for me, all right?
And you realize he's no longer David.
Okay.
Why don't we, move along?
I was trying to keep it smooth, David. I did. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Follow me. Stick to shadows if you can.
I always stick to shadows.
I'm gonna start making my way back to where I felt I thought I saw someone tailing me.
And on the way, can I look for any sort of scuffle? Like anything
Okay,
that might
all right.
look...
All right, so you
A big crater in the earth where I fell over.
So this is difficult. Obviously, you don't know where you're just retracing
Yes.
steps randomly.
It's all we've got.
Roll a d20, both of you, and just give me a raw roll. As you search the streets of the low quarter of Altamira, looking for some sign of your friend Dahlia. What'd you roll?
14 on my dice.
14?
13.
14 and 13. All right.
Do I roll?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll again for me. You're searching around. You're
13.
asking.
We're rolling again.
What's that? Uh-huh.
15.
Okay.
15 for me.
15.
19. Give me something.
Don't make me roll. Give me something.
I rolled good this time.
You search, and it is without fruit. You find
A 19? Oh my goodness.
you're searching an entire city across. It's
Yeah, but we're retracing steps.
I
You
know.
couldn't have gone
Well, no, we would not be chasing or checking the entire city. We would go where they saw
that's
her
what I
walking.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody see her?
Well, the last time I saw her, she was going to the Woven Fates from the Salty
Did
Dog.
anyone other than you
Well,
see
how
her?
would I know?
There was
I
a drunk.
Good. Did you catch his face? Description,
Oh, no, man, he
details.
was
He
singing.
was singing.
Does that ring a bell for me? I know lots of drunks tend to sing,
roll
but if they
knowledge
give me a
local.
description of him...
Roll knowledge local.
Ooh, 26.
I mean, yeah, definitely. But you do know there is one particular drunkard on that route that is often found, chortling and singing out along in the corner. And you suspect that might be the description of him.
Well, I will make my way to where he normally is along that route.
All right. So you guys head back that way. By the time you get back there, you see the man, but he's now passed out. He's laying in the alleyway, just his bare feet sticking out of the alleyway.
Buddy.
Give me a moment.
That is... That's
and
some
yeah,
Broadway behavior. Off his heels.
You know the drunk is Simon, and he's here most nights.
I'll walk ahead of them, giving myself some space. Get right up to him. He's passed out off to the side.
Stench of urine and alcohol.
I will grab him by the lapels and wrench him up to try and shake his head into an awakened state.
I'm sorry, Wilma. What happened again?
Knock, knock. Wake up.
Your clique. What do you want with me?
The redhead. Where was she?
What do you mean? Redhead?
Don't go arsey-varsey. Answer me.
I don't know what's on my clique. He kind of tries to palm at your hand. but
I
it's
know
weak.
you saw her.
You mean the big lads? You mean what was wandering through you? Shiny as you please.
What'd you see?
Just so I'll go that way. And he points down the street toward the well-equipped.
Or Woven
Woven
Fates.
Fates.
Or Woven Fates, yeah.
Did you see anything else?
Last I saw her, then I saw old man Hankers walking his dog. Brought him along, almost pissed on me.
Stay on track. Come on.
And two big lads carrying a package.
Description.
And big lads.
What
dark
did you
cloaked.
see?
I'm telling you, Click. You almost.
I'll paint
my
you
foot,
with
you
stripes.
almost
You
went on
answer
my
me
foot.
now.
I said, I'll paint you with stripes. You answer me now.
I'm sorry, Click. I'm telling you all I know. I was in my cups a bit tonight, Click. Unusual on there. I wanted again. But I saw them big lads' cloaks carrying something, and from where I get, his dog almost pissed on my foot. I told you all I know.
Where'd they go?
He points opposite way of Woven Fates. Please don't bite me with swamps. Click, please.
Throw him against the building.
I'm sorry.
Great
I'm
work,
sorry, Click.
Silently walk away. Flick a gold piece over my shoulder and let it ding right in front of him.
Okay. And mark the gold piece from your inventory. And
I will begin walking in the direction he told me, which is opposite to where I imagine they are. It might be the same. I don't know. But
okay.
Mila just like gives Daisy a look of like, did you just do that?
It's Clay.
All right.
And then follows after.
All right. So you keep searching. Where do you go?
simply following that direction until we find another person to interrogate.
Okay. All right.
Keep looking for
let
new
me have you
people
roll
to
both roll
bother.
d20. Yes, go ahead.
Would I?
All three of us. Yeah.
Can't I just want to use my special set of skills and be a
close to
ninja.
that.
Could I see
You want to hop on the roofs?
Yes. I want to go up on the roofs and
Okay.
see if
Call
I can
back to
peer
the first
down.
session when
Thank you.
we tried when little
Okay.
tried to scurry up on the roof and then realized you could not scurry up on the roof.
Maybe it's Daisy Bell. I can do better.
All right. So
you can.
you're gonna climb up on the roof. Okay, go ahead and make your climb check, please.
My raw roll is a
Difficult.
19.
Okay, I saw that.
14.
Should I use
14,
this
okay.
one?
Go ahead and roll. You see Daisy turns. She sizes up a
10,
small wooden house.
That would be a dex.
No, it's a
It is
climb check. You have a climb.
check, so it's a skill.
Oh.
But you
When
rolled
you're
a
the
10 on the die. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Oh,
I mean, this
plus-
is
yeah,
you're,
okay.
you're not climbing a
Oh,
slick
okay.
wall.
Or a tree.
Yeah. Well, a tree's not that hard.
Well, you think they wouldn't be.
Depends on the kind. It depends on the kind of tree.
You roll the one. So yeah,
Sometimes the
you
branches are
you
high.
put your foot up on the windowsill and you see with a nimbleness that you've not noted, almost cat-like, she springs up, grabs hold of the eaves of the house, and with one rock, vanishes up onto the roof.
Special set of skills.
I'm surrounded by really talented individuals.
I give a and point down the street for you to kind of know where we're headed.
Okay.
So I run along the rooftops and I'm peering down.
But are you guys staying sort of in?
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna
right.
keep them
Relative
in-
distance to each other, but eyes at all times.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You search frantically through the low quarter.
Give me some.
You inquire, and there are a couple more times close to the location. You get vague reports of recollection of some men, but as the night gets further in and you're trying to follow the trail, fewer and fewer people on the streets, now well past midnight. Soon it becomes just, more of a search blindly. No more leads to follow, no more sightings. And so
Does their path seem to follow a flow? Like, would it lead somewhere? Like, is it headed towards the merchant
Well,
district, the noble quarter? Is it?
it looked like it was headed, initially it would have gone sort of back toward the Salty Dog, but then as you got close there, you got reports in two different directions. One, like it might have been headed toward the merchant quarter gate. The other like it might have been headed further south to some of the more slum areas of even the low quarter. Which direction do you choose to go?
My brain is initially telling me to follow the merchant route.
What do you think? We've got essentially two options in my mind: Yellow Knives and Deke. Or
Which is also the
the people who we were explicitly warned were looking for her. Which we were told was a fancy lad, probably from the merchant district or above.
I mean, do the Yellow Knives move with that much
Cameron, I
Do
just
they have
want to mention
access
in
to that
advance.
type of-
I'm sorry.
materials that can take down?
I don't know.
someone
No,
that-
sorry.
of her size?
I say we go the
I
merchant
just
route.
want to know where I am.
That's what I'm sorry for when you
That's-
find out
yeah.
where you are.
I think that's
By somebody that should
Wise.
have died a long time ago. But that's
Seems like
okay.
you want to kill everybody in this town.
Only people that should have died.
I don't think it's Deke.
Think.
So do you head to the? Are you
Merchant.
headed that way toward the merchant? All
Following
right.
the merchant route.
All right. So you get no more word of sightings, and it's almost empty on the streets now. Just the occasional yawl of a cat in the middle of the night, a drunkard, a man surreptitiously sneaking from a balcony window of his lover, is all that you see. When you come to the gates, a pair of bored-looking guards look up, and the gates are locked. No travel this time of night. Not taking anyone from the quarters here into the merchants. Go back home. Come back in the morning.
And I'll pass by Mila and give her a little tap, like, give her an ask.
I will enhance diplomacy myself.
Okay.
lay a hand just kind of gently on the stone, just fiddling with it as I approach. Did you happen to see two large men pass through with a package?
They eye you up and down. We see people go through here all the time with packages. It's a gate.
Oh, but they were massive, like big men.
When?
One package.
When was?
A few hours ago. Was it a few hours ago?
No, nothing during the night. We close the gates at dusk. Well, hour past dusk. No packages being delivered in the middle of the night here.
All right. Well, thank
And
you
that,
for your time.
that lines up time frame wise.
Thank you for your time. Have a good night.
Of course.
I give a and point you in the opposite direction towards more south into the slum
As
areas.
she comes back, she'll kind of whisper, I mean, it's possible they took an alternate route.
Right, Gronk?
You're not wrong. There's ways beneath that wall. We've been through them.
You search. 2 more hours. It's now probably just 3 hours before dawn. Do you search through the night, or
Yes.
you continue searching?
First 48 hours is the most important about a
There's
person
lot
going to
of
visit.
rooftops. I need to find something.
That's true.
All right.
What does that look? What was that? I'm nervous.
I have 2 +1s. I will use them on any roll.
Y'all, I'm fine.
I also
Don't worry
have
about
4
it.
+1s, and I will use them
I
on
was
any
on
roll.
rooftop.
I'm really tall.
Take them from me,
It
John.
means
I
I'm
want to
gonna
find
be
something.
fine. That's good. Don't worry about it, guys.
Shiny boots. Oh wait, I don't know.
We
they
don't
were
know that.
shiny.
No.
Nope. That was a Dahlia thing.
only Dahlia knew it.
I wish I would have left you guys some breadcrumbs or something.
Could I have sense motive to make sure that they were telling the truth?
Sure, go ahead.
Because I forgot to do that, and I need to make sure that they're not on anything.
Wanting to do that.
18.
Just
Okay,
on the
yeah.
dice or total?
The 10
Yeah, I mean,
on the dice plus 8.
they seemed both sincere and likely too bored to even try to deceive.
Okay. Understandable.
Good.
Great.
Standing and staring is not very fun.
Yeah. So after a couple of hours, I'll stop by a corner.
Yellow knives, then? Or your opinion or thought? They took it beneath the sewers and found another route through the wall.
I mean,
You see it's now the barest rays of pink dawn sunlight creeping over the horizon, and you hear a rooster somewhere off in the distance crow. No signs of Dahlia.
What do we do?
gonna put her hand around the necklace and clutch it tighter than she has recently. And finding herself in a very similar situation that she found herself in 7 years ago when Duke went missing. Standing in the streets, closing her eyes and praying that Dahlia is safe and that they'll find them soon. And after she just takes that moment and realizes that things perhaps aren't as different as she wanted them to be from now and then, I mean, we keep looking. Because what else are we going to do?
Good. I agree.
I think
Things
maybe-
get harder once the sun comes up. Although we could ask people we saw along the route to see if they remember anything. Maybe some of the houses.
Wait, am I down?
No, I mean, it's up to you. Have you been
I
up
think
there?
I'll-
Yell from the roof.
Well,
What?
What are y'all talking
I can't
about?
hear you.
Yeah, I come down.
as you turn and you get ready to come down off the roof, something catches your eye.
Oh, goody. What?
From your vantage point, you can see 2 blocks up, even as the town is just beginning to wake, there are a handful of people that seem to be standing around and staring at something.
I whistle
Immediately looking.
and I point in the direction,
Going.
and I get down off the roof.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what it is, but there seems to be a commotion over in that direction.
Would it be better to have a vertical look? We can stay on the ground. You keep up.
Okay, I'll go back up.
All right.
just dead.
This time, go ahead and roll d20.
Oh, nutters.
Nutters. No,
Or-
she's
Already
for the
done.
climb check.
Crap, 8.
Oh wait, are
That's
we?
fine.
Okay.
Are we rolling as well?
No, she's
Okay.
climbing up.
Sorry.
Yeah. You make your way, and as the
Morning is coming about?
there's
I'm gonna
already
take
people-
just a quick minute to flip my clothes inside out and not look like Click
Okay,
anymore.
all right. So you see,
And plus
Click.
we'll arrive at
So
different
I
times.
run over the rooftops to
All right,
the
you get there
commotion.
first. Then,
Okay.
as you run across the rooftops, and I won't make you roll on this. You're quite nimble, and these are close together.
Don't make me roll.
So you get and you stop, and you can see there's as the sun is coming up now, and they're the first few people that are mingling through the streets. There are 4 or 5 of the local citizens. All this is the lower part of the low quarter. Animals are kept out in the open. You see a house that has 3 pigs and an area that is fenced in. Shacky sort of wooden structure, and there are 4 peasants in rough spun clothing staring at something. You blink. It takes you a second to realize what you're looking at. Dahlia,
Hey.
as your eyes
Hey, we found her.
flutter open, your head feels like it's been hammered on. Your body feels stiff. There's a stench that fills your nostrils. The side of your head burns. Sensations that come on all of a sudden. And as you blink your eyes, you're startled. Mort. There's a pig looking right at you. Its snout right in your face.
Hey. I just kind of like palm
And
it
you
back
try
a
to
little
do
bit.
that, and you realize your arms are tied. And you look down, and you further realize you are completely naked. As you look from the rooftop, you realize Dahlia sits in pig slop, surrounded by 3 swine, completely stripped naked, tied up.
Okay.
The side of her head has been completely shaved on one side,
Kinda
Change
cool,
that
though.
wig.
I'm not changing the wig.
and the word drab
Oh my god, I was
is
right. I wrote it in
spelled out-
chat. Look at chat.
spelled out across on her chest.
Okay, I see this, and I'm like, so I put my hair up in a ponytail. I don't have it.
You're mad at me, aren't you?
Oh, no, I'm not mad.
Okay, all right. I saw that look you gave
Oh,
me.
it's great storytelling.
I jump off the building.
Like, why is he so obsessed with me? Like, oh my gosh. That's I made an impression. Still mad 7
Still
years
mad,
later.
absolutely. No one had ever talked to Jameis Hollander in that fashion.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to say a lot more things to James Hollander in the future.
Well, I think we all are. Do we get there at this point?
Yeah.
Kurt said, I mean, that's some bender. Yeah, that might
we've all
even
been
beat
there,
the
right?
ones. Yeah.
Broadway, you know?
We've all woken up naked, tied up next to pigs. Yes, it happens to us all the
you know?
time.
I can't believe I called it so
You
well.
did.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
did.
well
No,
done. Well done.
I had the second nice shoes.
Yeah, the nice
Done.
shoes
Yeah.
were, it was
Well,
the
we
giveaway.
had some more nefarious thoughts that it could have been someone a little meaner, but we shall
We'll see him soon enough.
Do we get
Okay.
there?
Yeah, you guys arrive and you see it first. You see them walking up. Do you anything you're saying to them first, or you just?
no, I
wouldn't
just
mind.
jump off the building.
Are you sure about it?
All right, I'll climb down.
John Cena, are you sure?
You get down and yes, you see David now hastily tucking in his shirt with Mila, and the couple of the men that are standing up front turn and avert their eyes.
Mila's running.
Get your
Shameful. It's not right.
Oh wait, no, leave.
What did you see? What happened here? And she's gonna immediately take off her cloak and put it on.
I'm just laying on the ground. Thank you.
Good prop work. Good prop work.
Good prop work. Here we go. You got it.
Big close.
There we go.
Thank you.
She'll get her untied and cover her and start questioning if anyone saw who
Okay,
jumped,
all right.
like,
You,
what happened?
You see the crowd scatters as soon as Mila and Click and Daisy come up, and they
It's
kind of
like a mini dress on
push
me.
them away. And you are
fashion it the best I
and
can.
you're suddenly like you have a cloak thrown on you. You can't do anything with it, because your
Yeah.
arms are tied, so it's just draped across
I think
you.
Mila said that she.
Yeah, she's
went
untied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm,
All right,
like,
so
making
she
sure she's
steps into the
covered.
muck. The pigs kind of scatter, and she ties the cloak around you.
And I untie her because knife. I'm taking it
Yeah,
off.
I kind of
Yeah.
hold up my hands. And make the most of it.
Questioning the crowd.
Yeah.
What happened? What did you see?
Well, you scattered them away, but the ones are we just were walking along in the morning, headed to my job. Saw
All right, keep
naked
walking.
woman there.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
I think so.
I look him in the eyes, and I probably have seen this person before.
Sure.
Give him a solid stare. Go on.
He ducks his head and goes.
go on. Yeah, I mean, physically, 10 fingers, 10 toes.
Yeah, everything's there. No physical damage. You had still those little pinprick wounds. Whatever it was that they used to incapacitate
Is
you.
the one still in my leg?
No, the darts are gone. Like whatever it was, those have been
Any of her
removed.
stuff?
She
Is
said
there
she put
anything
one.
anywhere
She said
scattered?
she kept one of the darts and put
Yeah,
it
but she
in
doesn't
her-
have any of her stuff
She's
right now.
naked.
She's
have-
naked.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her stuff.
Is any of my stuff anywhere nearby?
Not that you see.
That's
I
not
will
good.
start looking. I will start looking.
That's not good.
I'll start
But
looking around in
Jameis
crates
is
and other things
from
nearby.
the noble quarters, isn't he?
Yeah, he's actually on the mayor's council.
Oh well, he's gonna have a little visit.
I was. Can we go? I think Dahlia stands up and it's like, we'll talk about that. Is there a bathhouse or something?
In the low quarter? Probably not.
Not a bathhouse per se.
Is there a
But if you
water
went-
area around here?
Let's see.
There's a
So,
trough
well, I
for
mean,
the-
I would imagine that there's at least
a
water for
river.
the pigs.
Yeah, and there's like a trough. There's
Yeah.
a pig trough. Okay. all right.
I'll kind of. It's probably better than what I'm currently in.
Yeah.
I look at all of you and I say turn, and just put myself in the water. I dip my head back. I get up. I recover myself, and I punch one of the the fence keepings very hard.
It shatters underneath your fist.
All right.
Wood splinters everywhere.
So, I was
Let's get you
going
back.
to the store.
We'll talk later.
Okay. And
I'm going to give a little look around. Take her back.
And she'll try to make sure keep it held close and walk in front of you.
yeah. I'll actually. Can I have one of those pins?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you. And I'll kind of crisscross them at the side. Very
A nice toga.
Got the toga effect.
To go in.
It is a toga. It is a mini toga.
I am going to take a few minutes to look around the area surrounding, trying to find
Okay.
any. If they were stepping in mud, then there would be
Sure.
tracks, or sign of they might have just thrown her crap into the mud or nearby or anything like that. Just looking for her things or tracks of these people.
Okay. Go ahead and roll d20.
Great. I'm going to use my 2+1s that I have. And what am I adding to this?
Hang on. So
well, it's just a 13.
we're gonna have you do your survival on this.
Survival. I'm not very good at that.
Oh, really?
No. 12.
Well, maybe get better.
Oh wait, maybe I am better at that.
So
No, I don't think I am.
So as you look around, you don't see any sign of her belongings.
Okay.
But you do see, there are some prints of mud, and there are they're boot prints, and they're the kind of boot prints that you would not find here typically in the low
Yeah.
quarter. Well-defined heel, structured, but like any print of mud, they go
Traces only so
15,
far.
20 steps
Yep.
in the direction of the gates that would head toward the merchant quarter, and then they become untraceable.
But they do head in that direction, which
Uh-huh.
is good knowledge for me. And I imagine you guys take her, but I'll quickly follow up and catch up.
All right,
as
so
we
where
head
did you
to-
head?
Well-equipped.
I would guess well equipped.
Okay. All right.
And I think like over my shoulder, I would just like call back to Click and be like, maybe ask Tommen for those clothes back. Because I
Not a bad
don't
thought.
own anything. Oh man, all my gold's gone.
I
your notebook.
I chuck a key
Yeah,
forward.
that's not good.
I chuck a key forward to you. Let yourself in,
Thanks.
and then I will head to the Pensford Pages to ask Tommen for his clothes again.
Okay. All right. For the sake of time, then, and role play, we'll fast forward. Thank you very much, Tracy. That's for Click. Very nice. Oh, and Daisy.
Nice gifts for
So we got
everyone.
2 +2s for Click and 2 +2s for Daisy.
Nice, well, I'll keep
That's
that.
nice.
So in a few moments, you have the clothing, and you're all back inside, well equipped, and it is obvious
Thank you.
that.
Pants and the tunic is the best he had.
Dahlia at times is nigh unto trembling with anger, not with fear or anything else. And all of you stare at one another inside the well-equipped, now away from the prying eyes of the citizens.
As a couple moments pass, you put on the clothes and you come back out. We don't need the story. We know it was Jameis. At least I do.
Well, of course we
The
do.
little prick.
Well,
It's, it would be funny if it weren't so horrifying.
it's humiliating.
I mean, for him to be that upset, 7 years
He holds a grudge.
for one word. Gosh,
To say that I am surprised that a person in power used their power to do something so...
Oh, it doesn't surprise me, Click. David,
It doesn't.
no.
He's gonna pay.
people in the noble quarter do that quite often, I will say.
Mila, they will all pay.
Oh, yes. And we can't have you healing those that have been paid.
Hey, I slam my fist on the
Okay.
table.
Okay.
We don't leave each other anymore. I was alone.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad at any of you. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm mad is I don't want this to happen to you.
The fact that it happened once.
More than enough.
We're all getting used to the new norm. We've been on our own for 7 years. It's odd having to be together again,
Yeah.
especially when we're angry with one another.
I'm sorry. I'm really not mad at any of you all. Thanks for finding me. It would have been a rough wake up.
We tried to find you
Be
sooner.
alone.
You can see.
I
look,
know you did.
Their eyes are all hollowed and
Yeah.
bleary. They've clearly.
I mean, you've gotten a night's rest. We have
Yeah,
not.
well, rest.
Rest, yes.
I mean, yeah, unconscious rest is not the best.
Yeah, I
but-
kind of like turn my arm and I show you like, would there be like any remnant or mark of like,
mild bruising in the spot or something.
mild bruising or even like
A puncture?
discolored veins like around the puncture
Oh,
mark?
I see. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you can see there are a couple of bruises. You were
Yeah.
clearly handled roughly.
Sure.
You can see puncture marks.
Yeah.
Where the wounds were, but you don't see any sort of vein spidering or anything like that. Just the puncture marks.
They had darts full of good poison.
David takes out a notebook and starts writing some things down.
Shot me twice. They had nice boots still. So, I
It's
mean,
a shame you didn't get a look at their faces, but it's we
Yeah.
had a description from Drake. I assume it's the same.
yeah. What else? That's really all I remember.
You did your best.
Thanks.
Nothing
You guys
more
did
you
too.
could have done.
Do you want me to make sure that you're not injured? Or
Sure. Yeah, I'll have you look over.
check up and make sure that she's not hurt in any way, and if she is, patch it up in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you can see that she's just common bruising, you know, she was clearly just humiliated.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The drab was just written in ink or
That's right.
charcoal
Yeah,
or something.
no, it's
Okay.
written in pig dung.
Oh, okay. They had to touch it. Stupid.
Yeah. Pig dung written across.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You see, David is sitting there turning that ring. Take it off and point his finger up in the air and show all of you a tattoo that you have not seen. I got this tattoo a while ago. Has some meaning. Means stay together. If you're interested in getting one as well, I know a guy. But I'm not going to forget this. We're leaving no one behind if I have the choice.
I'll take one.
I would like one as well.
Well, I don't know.
You don't have to. I'm not saying that.
Because here's my thing. I don't want to be marked with something that somebody can take me by, and then know I'm immediately connected to somebody. I like to keep myself
I was more
in
saying
the
it
shadows.
for the meaning.
Well, of course, but I don't want it on my fingers.
It's fine.
You want a toe ring?
That's what I was thinking.
All right, we'll get you a toe ring.
We just need to
Oh,
remember.
that's gonna hurt.
Like I said, we've been alone for 7 years, but we are not anymore. And it's hard, and no one is to blame.
It's really. Here's the thing. They were looking for us. This would have happened one way or another. It was just a matter of time.
And we will get them. They're high up, probably corrupt, and not good people. They're part of the problem,
Higher you are, the harder you fall.
and we will fix that problem together. I hope.
Well, it's hard to infiltrate the nobles.
Yes, I've been trying. For about 3 years now.
Well, how about we start by having a meeting with Juan Carlos?
How about we start with a bit of rest?
I would love to go to a bathhouse.
I find myself nearly unable to keep my eyes open right now.
Oh, they have lovely bathhouses in the noble quarters. I wonder if we could get in there.
We could probably work that out.
Dahlia, and she'll take out the note.
Oh.
And hand it over, and also show the vials to everyone. Jonas had left these in a bush for us, or you all, I suppose, as a thank you or payment.
I'd pass it over to David and say, I don't know if you know that guy, but. You'd notice that, like, Dahlia is in pretty high spirits. Like, it's mostly just, like, okay, but you notice that as she's, like, rolling the paper that you can see, like, white knuckles. I also think I probably gotta restyle this, huh? Just kind of gestures to the hair. I think that, I mean,
If it could be.
It gives you quite the edge.
I need more of that, certainly. Yeah.
Help if you'd like. I mean,
Sure.
I'm good at braiding at the very least.
Yeah.
I might be able to assist.
I mean, I think, yeah. Let's see.
Just chop it all off.
Oh.
No, that's a terrible idea, Click.
It's a joke.
Terrible.
Do you think
It's
it
a
would
joke.
work? I think it might draw more attention, which we probably
Big
don't
woman,
need.
red hair. Big woman, no
Bald.
hair. They're both
Giant
kind of going to
bald
stick
woman.
out either way. It's just sort of whichever way you want to do
That's
it.
true. That's true.
I'm gonna message you about this, and we're gonna talk about this
Yeah.
together, and it's gonna be sick. And we're
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
a cool montage episode
Yeah.
of the day that we're resting, because we're resting.
We're going to rest,
Yeah.
and then this afternoon we'll go meet Juan Carlos.
Well, before we meet Juan Carlos, can I go to a bathhouse so that way
Yes,
I
on
don't
the way
stink?
we can do that.
Like,
Yes.
We can.
yeah.
We can.
Awesome. Thank you.
Daisy, the bed is yours.
Oh, bless you. I go to bed, and I meditate before I go to bed.
And so there, as the Understreet Rats, just a few days back together, find out that old grudges die hard.
Apparently.
Not just the word drab, but if you watch that episode, the first time young Jameis Hollander child of privilege had been talked to in that fashion, was hit not only with that word, but with a nat 20 in the application of it, which was described as crushing his little ego to its core.
As it should.
I'm gonna crush something else.
To its core. John's coughing. That's a bad sign.
It's
Just warming up.
It
a
remained
crush on
a malignant cancer in his soul.
Randy has a crush on
But
you. He does not.
there are larger questions here. How? How would he know so quickly? How would Dahlia even have been recognized? There is something else here, and it is not simply DM chicanery. The story has a chapter to it. And so it is with that, as this party licks their wounds and rests, we will have roleplay in the Discord.
Text.
Watch your Discord text this week. You have books that still need to be picked up from Pence for Pages as well. So you can roleplay that. You can roleplay with any of the shop keeps. And if you're not in our Discord, you're going to want to join that. Jump in the Discord, and that's there in the chat. Thank you, Patrick. And you're definitely going to want to be part of that. And that is how we will end session 14 of Tears of Air.
Yeah, not 15.
15!
It began with dice. It ended with Retribution.
Oh, you
Dice
the
and
second you
Retribution.
said it, I was like, I specifically am either going to meet Deke or somebody working for Jameis. It's one of the two.
So glad it wasn't Deke.
Oh, it's gonna be Deke. He's still
Yeah,
here.
he's looking for you guys, yes.
Because
I'm so
somebody
glad that
raised
this
him from the dead.
Specific scenario was
You
not
can't
Deke.
kill kids.
Because you probably would have died.
I don't know. I think
I don't like this job. Like my friends almost died.
if all these boys are just still thinking about me
They
7
are.
years
You
later.
are. They are.
Oh my
You
gosh.
are. You are a memorable
Icon status.
icon status.
Gosh.
All right. It is hashtag BlueBoxRPG in the chat.
Oh, yes, I want to join.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll. Yes, Jeff, absolutely. So I have to shout out a member of the Mad Chatters. So this, I cannot claim full credit for this idea. Jeff, who is Moose, actually sent me a message 3 months ago when you were still children, like right after it happened.
You were already premeditating my death. You're rooting for my failure.
No. He had the idea when you were still children, he wanted this to be done. But the idea wouldn't work out. The timing didn't work out.
Yeah.
But because of other elements of the story, some of which you actually know, it actually worked out well for this to become part of the story as adults. And this grudge has been carried all this time. And hence
So
the first
cringe
time
for him.
so it's the first time you heard that boy crier shout out, Jameis Hollister named youngest ever council member to the mayor's council.
I've known
It's obvious kind of where this is all going. All right.
Take him down.
All right, so hashtag BlueBoxRPG. Let's quickly go around and let's have each of them tell us why they should be Stream MVP today. I dare you to figure that out. It was very, very difficult. All of the players were outstanding as always today, and the cosplay in particular is absolutely stunning. Although the eyes did have to come out for Mila, they were.
could always
But
be
the
put back in.
sacrifice. No, don't do that. The sacrifice being made here for all of you to enjoy the cosplay. Thank you for those that gave the bits and the subs. I saw a lot from Toriano, from Tracy. Thank you so much. I think I'm forgetting someone. Everyone that gave today, thank you very much. All bits will again carry over.
Renrep.
We haven't really had they carry over. That's Tracy. Renrep is Tracy.
Oh.
Bar fight didn't count as a fight.
No, it didn't count as a fight, so we'll save that one.
And if someone got absolutely
Murdered somebody.
I'm sorry, I did not
There's
mean
been a
to.
murder in Savannah.
But could we maybe get some XP?
We can get some experience
Horb
points
MVP.
for sure this week. Horb is the MVP.
he's
I
kinda
think
hot.
Thuban is the MVP. So
good at it.
I know. I'm gonna go back and rewatch that. So reminder,
Horrible man.
we have this Tuesday
I wanna
night,
see him in the
Greyhawk
sewers
Awakening
one
at
day.
5:00. This Wednesday we have Throw Dice Like a Girl with these 7 women. We'll be back with Tears of Air next Sunday, and then coming up on Wednesday the 29th we have John and Don joining us for a great. So we got a lot of fun programming coming up here very soon. Please keep joining us at Blue Box. And today, let's start with you, Dahlia. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Listen, Dahlia had a bad day. Dahlia had a pretty bad day. A lot of her reaction has to do with a lot of past stuff, a lot of learning how to deal with some anger in some ways, and a lot of finding humor at others' inability to deal with that anger. A lot of
A petty noble? What?
I think just delight in that of like, oh, you haven't learned how to do this. Like you haven't learned about your feelings. That's funny.
Once again, the therapist comes out in camera.
Yeah.
It's always
Anger can be good. You just have to learn what to do with it. You gotta channel it. I also, will count Thubin as a little bit of it. Great character, sad little man. I'm sure we'll see him again in the sewers one day.
I hope.
It just came to me. You see a face that sad, you gotta make him cry all the time.
Yes.
Just constantly.
choice.
But yeah, a lot of this episode we spent little passed out, little in pig stuff.
It happens.
It'd be like that. We've all
It'd be
been
like
there.
that sometimes.
We've all been there.
And
Jameis has got my journal. Bad day.
Oh, it is a
bad
really bad day.
That's
And-
really bad.
Yeah, I gave that back to you.
Natasha,
did
by
give
the
that
way,
back
it
to
sounds
me.
like is it Jonathan? I think that's her baby's name. Am I right? I think anyway, the Natasha's baby was cosplaying for Dahlia today.
Yes.
If you look at
Who
yeah,
expelled in the
yeah. That's rough.
all right.
I
And so,
appreciate the hustle though.
Dahlia, you will be rolling forward. Chris, 2000 Caesar.
Nice.
All right. And next up is you. Why should Mila be Stream MVP?
Ooh, Mila, the attempted voice of reason that ended up going slightly awry. By slightly, I mean very awry. She feels a mass regret for it, and it'll never happen again. And you guys will see that.
But I bet
in future
John's
episodes,
so happy
that
we
it
let
will never happen
so
again.
happy we let Dahlia walk alone.
Oh yeah. It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen.
I'm so sorry, Finley. I'm so sorry.
It wouldn't have
I'll
happened.
never
It
listen
wouldn't
to
have
you
happened today. Like if that was. So there were several. So the Yellow Knives are looking, of
course.
Like there are contingencies in terms of like the style of what happens. If you guys would have stuck together, that was not going to happen
No.
today. But
at
it
some
was.
point,
it
I'm
was.
gonna go out there
It
by
would have been. It
myself.
was
Just
hanging
dangle the
out there.
carrot right in front of your face.
When the opportunity was there.
What?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
All of
Yep.
it. Yep.
All
and
of
that
it.
too.
All of your stuff. All of the things that we had.
Wait.
Mom's dagger.
Yep. The dagger.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not that. You were worried about your journal. I was like, she doesn't have much else on her, just some herbs
I was waiting
and.
for somebody else to notice.
The journal is like everything. It has all the stuff about all the people that I've ever been close to ever.
Yeah, I mean it's bad, but I think the dagger might. If someone else touches it, do they just die?
Oh my gosh, is James gonna die?
We'll have to tune in.
Oh, what a pity.
You'll have to tune in to find out.
Oh no. Sure would be a shame if he got really hurt.
That scared me. You sucked all the air out of the room in an
I
instant.
know. I just realized it.
All right, so you've got Chris. Go ahead, Mila. finish.
Conversation between Daisy and Mila was fun. That
Yeah.
was great for inter-party conflict.
Good.
I healed someone I probably shouldn't heal. And that's what happened on the Mila show.
Nothing
The
else.
Mila show.
She found the letter. She was exceedingly worried about Dahlia and blames herself for the fact that happened. And
it's
it's never gonna happen again, John. It's never gonna happen again.
Ooh, I saw that threat in her eyes.
I am feeling.
You are
things.
feeling the
feeling
guilt, aren't you? Okay, all right.
Feeling the guilt.
You're rolling for Kai Hawkeye.
All right.
All right. Why should Click be or Daisy be
Subscriber,
Sorry.
Well,
Subscriber, yes.
I believe so.
the stream MVP should be me, and I'll tell you why. Why?
Good.
Well,
We love that.
because
that one.
it started out with a thrilling game
Yeah, with the
of
kids.
the Dice of Liars. And I was trying my best to teach these gentlemen, or these men, how to be gentlemen. And I was just failing failing. But I did make some grown men cry and get mad
not very
because
hard.
I was beating them at their own
You
game.
did. You did.
I did not lose one dice, people. I did not lose one dice. So, anyway, so as I'm winning the game, they got kind of angry and flipped a table. In that process, little Orby over here, he decided to grab my hair and stick a dagger in me. Now, I mean, I might be over exaggerating, but I just cannot stand for somebody not to treat me like a lady. So I taught him a lesson, and I stuck my dagger in him first, which was the right thing to do.
All right.
Little lady over here didn't think so, but we'll get back to that because that caused an argument, and I got to teach her a lesson now. This inter-party conflict, I don't have time for this.
You can't just teach everyone lessons.
You are causing the inter-party conflict.
I know.
You are the instigator.
If you would just all listen to what she says and do what she says, there would be no conflict.
You just let her stab.
Just let me stab somebody.
Soon.
I don't know what consequences means. It's just meaningless.
Never heard of them.
All right, and then also
I just
danced upon the rooftops.
I went across the top.
Helped, gave some to Sammy.
Oh, I forgot.
You were so sweet.
You know, I may want to stab a lot of people and teach a lot of lessons, but
Teachers can be taught.
I also have a soft spot for when I see people in need, but I don't want to let anybody else know that, so I'm just doing it on the side.
Side hustle.
It's my side
Hustle girl boss.
Taking care of poor children.
Yes. And I feel bad for the ladies, so I want to Miss Allie to look pretty in a pretty dress.
You stole.
That you stole.
No, I put a
She did pay for
You
it.
did pay. You did pay.
pay for it.
You did put a coin. You did
Yes.
put a coin. I forgot
She
about
didn't
that.
have
Okay.
permission to buy it,
But I did.
but
get
she did
But
pay
she did
for
pay
it.
for it. Was it the right price? Was there a price tag on it?
I don't know.
We'll
A
see.
gold will probably cover a dress.
Yeah, it was fine. All right, and so you will be rolling for Jerry, Adam Jr.
Get out of the bed.
Congrats, Jerry.
Because she's so caring about children.
Caring about the children.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I may stab people, but I give to disenfranchised
That's true.
families.
That's true. She did. She did.
Children.
A true Robin Hood of our time.
The children sleep better on the floor. All right, go ahead, Click.
True Robin Hood. Really, a hero of the people.
Oh my
Well,
God.
David should be MVP for assisting in lessening the situation that was going on in the Salty Dog, as well as vouching for a story that maybe prevented some guards from looking after Daisy. And then getting with Mila, quickly deducing what has likely occurred to Dahlia with, an overthinking brain, over-analytical. He goes to probably the worst situation in his head first, and was right about it. Not as bad as it was probably in his head, but, did what needed to be done, got everybody where they needed to be, and some fun roleplay stuff. Learned about one of his tattoos, of which we've seen now 2 others. Just shame that I'm currently wearing them on my human body and we didn't get to talk more about them. But we will, I guarantee it. Click interrogating the crap out of a drunk man.
That was.
Yeah.
I had so much fun getting to see that other side of this character and being scary and
You had a lot of fun watching.
Knock, knock.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
Well, and it's also good to it's got to be gratifying to be recognized and feared for your reputation as well. So.
Click. Yeah, it was very, very good.
All right, you will be rolling for
Stamp, huh?
Does he have one?
a tramp.
I hope so.
We don't know.
You can't roll for yourself.
He has.
He wants
Then give it to someone else. I want this so
all right,
bad.
all right. You are rolling for it then.
Roll for yourself.
All right, so
I am gonna roll for myself.
yes, you are. You're gonna roll for yourself.
I didn't
We can
have
see
to
it.
roll to
Stream
be nice.
MVP is going up now, and you can vote in the upper right-hand corner for your choice for Stream MVP. They're gonna roll on your behalf, and let's start over here with you,
I believe
Dahlia.
I had Chris Caesar 2000.
All right.
2000 Caesar? Caesar.
Doesn't Caesar.
Nat 20!
Oh!
No, it was a 10 and 20.
Oh, I thought it was
Hey,
I thought it was either
Chris,
20 or
Chris
by the
has
way,
been
sweet
on
tea for
fire
both.
lately.
Sweet tea for both.
Just won the first gift card to our merch
Just
store
roll
not
that
long
20.
ago as well.
Just roll.
So
roll
very,
that
very
20.
cool.
Sweet tea for votes. Sweet tea for votes.
You're up.
Me? Hawkeye.
Nope. Nope, that's
Just
a 2 and
no.
a 5. I'm so sorry. This is rolling really well.
Sorry, and that was his first time ever in.
I'm so sorry.
ADM Junior? ADM JR.
16. Sorry.
That's Jerry.
Gary.
And for myself.
Wrong
Come
one.
on.
19!
And I'm right next to a nat 20 with
That's
an 8
brutal.
as well.
That's brutal.
So the winner is Chris.
Nice work,
Let's
Chris.
go,
Thousand
my friend.
Caesar.
So congratulations on that. Thank you everybody for watching us today.
He's so
Mark
mad
your
at you for
calendars. A
saying
lot going on
yourself.
this week, but the big Greyhawk Awakening Book 3 show, Sea of Dark Sun, kicks off on the 2nd of May, 2023. It's just right around the corner, and then Blue Box just a couple of weeks behind that. It's going to be absolutely stunningly outstanding. Join these two ladies on Wednesday for Throw Dice Like a Girl. We'll be back with Greyhawk Awakening on Tuesday, and of course, watch all of our friends who will be at GaryCon this week as well. And I'm going to go ahead and
get excited for Blue Box Con.
get ready.
Yeah, you better.
Yes, absolutely.
We are.
It is.
I know DMs are starting to
So
pass out
excited.
information to their players.
Players
so.
are starting
Yeah.
to make
Yeah, they are.
the one-shots.
It is right around the corner.
We're out here having fun.
And you could be too.
And-
Come to Blue Box Con.
And you should be.
Hey, we're gonna raid my friend John, Demon Gun, who's just getting started, and he's gonna be with us here on Tuesday night for Greyhawk Awakening. So everybody, say hi to John, give him a wave, maybe give him a follow, and join us when he comes back also on the 29th. To all my players, thank you for the cosplay.
I try my
Remarkable
best.
performances again by all of you. You make it so easy to be your DM. Love you guys. Love you, Mad Chatters. We'll see you soon. Blue Box signing out.
We love you.
Good timing on the video too.
Got it. All right.
Oh yes, Garrett.